Well, good evening, everybody. Let me adjust this. Yeah, that feels right. Hey, mods, thanks for being here, guys. Let's see who's here. Debbie A, Robin, uh, Pat Jonas. Hey, Kestrel, DNV, Diana H. We're about to get I guess we're under a tornado watch. Hey, DS Kitty Diane, Squirrel Girl, Kim is here. Puka Vista's here. West Coast Fancy Nancy is here. Renee B. DP in Tennessee, welcome in. Yeah, so speaking of Tennessee, Ewa. Hey Sandy Wandy, we are under a tornado watch, so nothing has gotten bad yet. Hey Liz Tricks, hey Armina, hey Just As I Am. Joyce Drager, welcome in, babe. Hey Deborah Ricci, Debbie A. Sophia made it. Angie Mo, it's pouring on your way home from Nashville. That's what my mom said. It's in Nashville right now. Hey, Angel K. Honey Lou. Thank you. Hey, Anna Banana. So I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be on because if it gets really bad, it's more just if it gets really loud. I don't know what to expect. This is odd. Being from the Midwest, I don't recall having a tornado watch in the fall. This late in the fall is odd. Being from Nebraska and living in Kansas City, we would get them in the spring for sure. This is odd to me for November. Hey, Island Hippie Girl. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Buffy's here. Melissa. I was fixing to ask how the weather was there. Yeah, Angel. I mean, right now it looks fine. I just came in from letting the dogs out. The sun is just about completely set and it looks just slightly cloudy. It has looked strange most of this afternoon. Hey, Libby Jackson, Joanne Hawley. Hey, babe. Hey, Alabama Rose. Yeah, welcome to Weather in the South. Right. Hey, Grandma Sunshine Dragon. That's one thing I want this. If I move out of the country, they don't have hurricanes in Ecuador and certainly not tornadoes. And I'm pretty used to tornadoes being from the Midwest, but I still don't like them. They're eerie and they weird me out. Yeah, so then Puka Vista, we're supposed to maybe get snow on Monday. That's what my mom said. No, Jamie Palmer, the sky is not green. Hey, Lumen. I know. Well, Lumen, that's the problem is living out here in the middle of nowhere, we don't have sirens. And that is a change. It is weird to not have tornado sirens is super weird. Hey, no one. So I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I'm just going to kind of I have a weather app now on my phone because I don't have sirens. My mom was like, you need to put an app on your phone. So I've done that. So it'll tell me if I need to, I'll hop off. And if it's not too late, I'll go up to my parents' house. They have a shelter. They have a tornado shelter. I don't have one here. I'm not really worried about it. I never really worry about that stuff, but it's also should be taken seriously at the same time. Hey, Anna Pikachu Hunter. Yes, Jamie Palmer. I remember that from being from Nebraska. Yeah, the weather is bipolar for sure. I've been back in my LA neighborhood a day or so. It's so weird. People are so angry here in LA. Interesting. I would have not considered that, but I don't ever go to LA. Sorry to hear that, Robin. It's the heat and cold meeting. It's normal here, says Angel. I figure. Hey, Wendy R. How does a mobile home fare out in tornado weather? What does one do? No subterranean cover. Hey, Lacey. Hey, old Charlie. Wendy, it's a great question. So my parents and other people who have seen my house have said I'm kind of down. Like hey, Mandy Albert, it's very hilly, very, very hilly here where I live. And a lot of people are up on hills and I am not. I'm kind of down, like in a valley. And so I've been told like even that is helpful. So I don't know. I don't worry about it too much. I mean, I know to get into probably like a hallway where there's no windows or get into the center of the house. But what are you going to do if it really happened and you're in a mobile home like myself? I don't know. Hey, Anne, Gemini girl, it might be easier, Angel K, to show it to you on this photo. I mean, I can try to show it to you. But honestly, it's just easier. I'm thinking like the other one, it might be easier to just show you a picture. I kind of forgot already that I had it. It's busy. It's not going to be for everybody, kind of like my personality. I was shocked my mom liked it. I really like it. I like the he totally redid the Fred. So the Fred is like brightly colored again. He redid the heart. He did all the color on the horseshoe again. And I love the sun. I like how he kind of made it, see how he made it kind of bleed outside of the lines, how it's like red and yellow. I think that's really pretty. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Get in your bathtub. Hey, Taz the Bulldog. Yes, Tornado. Hey, Gina Barrows. Thank you, guys. Hope Between the Dreams. Hey, babe, I was talking about you yesterday. Hey, Rhonda McNeil. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I mean, you don't, Angie Moe, he is a really good artist. He's only been an artist for 2 years, and he is a good artist. Hey, Martin. Thanks, guys. You bedazzled the heck out of that tattoo. Was it the same artist? Yes, it was. Puka Vista. I think it does too, Wendy. It kind of, how long did it take? About 5, maybe a little over 5 hours. Honey Lou, my neck is much better. Thank you for asking. It's weird. I went to bed a couple nights ago and I was in so much pain from it again, Martin. And I just was like doing my little talking to God. And I said, if there's anything you can do to help me with my neck, seriously, I was like, I don't usually ask for things like that, but it's getting worse and then it's better and then it's worse. And I woke up and it was totally gone and I haven't had a problem since. And I've been saying, praise be to he. The peace sign in the horseshoe. Hey, Meredith Lynn, you know what's funny? When I got there, I was, hey, Colts and Crims, love you, babe. You know, speaking of Colts and Crims, don't leave just yet. Hold on. You're not staying. Okay. Well, can you stay for like 60 seconds? I looked up some stuff today when I was on the phone with my friend about alternatives to channel names. And I thought this was hilarious. Faith and Felonies. I like that one. Faith and Felonies was pretty funny. Saints and Sinners, Holy Crimes, Dark Devotion, The Faithful and the Fallen. I liked that. Mind Control and Murder. All right. Hey, Wendy Brewer. The Cult Files, Obey and Offend, Criminal Faith. Did you leave? Holy Hellraisers. I thought that was kind of fun. Holy Hellraisers. Messiahs and Mayhem. Praise Be or Else. Oh my God, I thought those were hilarious. Okay, maybe he left. I'll tell him later. Love you, babe. No, but Faith and Felonies, I thought was pretty good. I thought that was pretty funny. Faith and Felonies. Maybe we should do that one. Kind of like it. No, when I got there and he gave me his idea for the drawing, there was another artist at the front who was talking about it, and she was giving her opinion, and she was like, I would never put anything in this. Hey, Happy Thoughts. She said, I would not put anything in the middle of the horseshoe. She was like, horseshoes should be left blank in the middle. And I was like, it made me nervous. I was like, really? Because I kind of like the peace sign. Hey, Tracy with a T. And there was my artist was standing there with her and he was giving his opinion. And then there was the guy at the front desk was like, I kind of like the idea. And she was like, no, I think that's going to be way too busy. And I was like, oh, well, yeah. Busy is going to be the name of the game on this one. From dark to light. Wendy Brewer, how is Tommy? Tommy's doing really well. Tommy's doing really, really good. Actually, I spoke with him this morning and we've both had kind of busy days today, but he's, cute as a bug in a rug. I'll tell you that right now. And he's just a little angel, everything but the wings. So yeah, I like that. I like that title. How's Virginia? Her neck is better. Hey, Just Joan. Did you consider getting Finn as a tattoo? Martin, I did not. I did not consider that. Hey, Miss Sassafras, you're the canvas, your style. I think it looks complete now. Well, thank you, Wendy. I was shocked. My mom today, I was like, here we go. I went up to my mom's and I hadn't told her I did it. I was like, I don't want to say anything. If I could just hide this forever, I will. Just because I thought my mom was going to be like, oh no, you got another tattoo? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I don't know. I don't know how boomers feel about it. And I told her I did it. And she goes, oh, she's like, let me see. And I was shocked. She goes, I like it so much better. She goes, it really balances out the other one. And she goes, I like all the color. And she said, I hated, well, I said it first. I said, I hated the Fred tattoo. Hey, Linda Garden Lady, I felt like it was just, I don't know if I've ever said this on YouTube, but I've been bitching about it for a while. It never felt right. Like, even when I got it, I didn't like it. She did talk in her sick voice. Yeah. Even when I got it, I was so disappointed because I told the guy in Kansas City I want it bright. I was like, bright, Vince, bright colors, really bright. And when we were done, I remember standing there and I was like, that is not what I asked for at all. The colors were like super muted. And I never, cute. I never understood that. It really bothered me. It's kind of like when you go get your hair done and they do something totally the opposite of what you asked. That's how I felt getting that tattoo. Yeah, Melissa says, I remember that. And so my mom goes, it looks a lot. Yeah, Buffy. My mom was like, I actually like it so much more. Like, it looks more fulfilled now. And I got to be honest, I really like this. I like this sun. I like the rays. And I just, it's a little circusy. I'm not going to lie. It's not for everybody. I know, Sophia. I think my mom is getting more used to that. Maybe just me having my own mind and not caring what others think. Honestly, I passed my certificate. Shelly Kelly. I knew you would, though. I'm not surprised. Shelly Kelly's our little genius. She's our little genius. She really is. I am so proud of you, but I'm also like, what? I had no other expectations about that. But congratulations. Not everybody knew that. Thank you for telling us. And you did not have to super chat that, but I love you. Reese, it's perfect now. I love it. Thank you, Jamie and Wendy Brewer. That's great news. I understand that. Thank you, little M. The cloud looks awesome. And I gotta be honest, like, he is good with the color. Like, again, it's circusy. I don't know how else to put it, but like, we went from like no color to boom, there's a lot of color in that. Thank you, Heather. And even these letters used to be blank. They had no color, the Fred. And he was like, we got to the end. The guy hardly said a word. I sat there for a little over, I think it was like 5.5 hours. And we got to the end. He hardly spoke, but at the same time, I kind of appreciate that because I was in so much pain. I really didn't feel like a conversation, but also I think he was you could tell this guy was like, he was really into what he was doing. Not that he wouldn't be, but I guess what I'm saying is it was like he was so focused. And we got to the end and he goes, do you want to color those letters in? And I said, I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. And he goes, it might look kind of cool. And I said, okay. And he was like, whatever color you want. Now, the rest of them, though, he picked his own colors. Like, I like how he did the cloud shading. I kind of started panicking when he put the red into the sun. He did the shading of that black first, and I thought he was going to leave it. And then he did Love You, Hope. He did the red, and I was like, I don't know that I want a sun to be red. And I'm like, why am I doubting? And then he mixed it with all that yellow, and see how he kind of went over the lines. I think that looks really cool. So, and of course, I love the Bible verse. I really wanted that. Abigail inspired me to do that. And then I know that was repetitive, but I love the 444. So thank you for that. Renee B, I have. Yes. And he is so cute. He's so cute. What was I going to say? Is Holly Day is in here? Is Debbie Zito in here? Holly Day, you're in here, right? I saw Holly Day. I gotta be honest, guys. I look tired. I'm well aware that I look tired. I woke up at like 4:40 in the morning last night. And I couldn't, Wendy Brewer 444. Okay, there's Holly. 444 means angel protection. Like, yeah, I think it looks more balanced. Melissa, I agree. When you look at both arms, it feels more balanced to me. I don't know how else to put that. Wendy Brewer 444 means the protection of angels. Just means that you have angel protection around you. So whenever I see, thanks, Yadira. Yes, Renee B. Whenever I see the time is 4:44 or 1:44 or 9:44, I always think of that. Um, I don't know if I was to say something else about that, but thank you guys. I went to Sephora. So if you remember 2 nights ago, Huxley, hey, baby steps. The rest is a bit busy, but still pretty cool. Yes, more balance. Thank you, baby steps. Yeah, I knew some people would think that. Like it's whoa, it's a lot. And it is a lot, but I enjoy it. So the other night, Huxley had therapy, which I'm just over the moon excited about. I'm really like, as a mom, I don't feel that. I love you, Angel K. I've said this before, and I'm not ashamed to admit this, but it's very real. I don't feel like I'm meeting the best um, criteria, standards. Of course, Wendy, for being a mom at this point in his life. Oh, I got no sleep last night. I just want you guys to know that's why I look tired. I am tired. I got up at 4:30. I couldn't go back to sleep. The Huxley got up at like 5:15. The cats were going crazy, and then the sun is out like it's 2 in the afternoon at 5:30 in the morning here. So I was like, well, I guess I'm up. He does, Buffy. Hey, Ghostwriter. So Huxley's really liking his therapist. I really like his therapist, and I haven't felt like I'm that great at momming at this age in his life. I didn't actually feel like I wasn't as good at it when he was younger. But he'll be 16 in 10 days. Raising a almost 16-year-old, that's sweet, Puka, is very different than like a 6, 7-year-old. And it's different in a lot of ways. And just like trying to find stuff in common and feel like I'm good at this is harder. And I'm more critical of myself now than I was before. And so, yeah, teenagers are hard. And so just even this step and somebody in our audience helped me with this therapy, is helping me with this therapy. And I am so, so grateful. There she is. Hey, Debbie Zito. Me too, Debbie. Exactly. No one. Hey, Patty. Yeah, no one says I was off to the Sea Org at 16. I was full time on staff at 16, getting smacked by Fax Man Dan, going to the hospital, losing my father, and sleeping with a 26-year-old. So I'm the same as no one. I don't really have any reality on what it's like to be 16 in a normal world, right? We had a very different lifestyle, me and no one. So that's the other thing, is I can't relate. I'm kind of shooting from the hip. I don't know. I'm not 100% on what I'm doing, and it's just a daily thing, day by day. And so I feel so much more balanced and accomplished getting him even therapy. I feel so good doing that. And we're doing it weekly right now. I know, Angel, but it makes me feel better that we're both seeing a therapist. This is not an easy age for either of you. You're not alone. You got us for support. Oh, Susanna, that is such a nice thing to say. Thank you for saying that. And I know I can lean into you guys, and I do. I always do. Wendy's, that's such a great thing to say. It's sad, but it's true. Wendy R says you were always an adult. Yes. Mm-hmm. Hey, Beans Mama. Thank you, babe. And thanks for being a member. I love that. Thank you. And I really like this therapist. I really like the guy. So anyway, after therapy, I told Hux, I was like, I don't have to rush home to do a show because I did one today. And I said, while we're in town, I said, I'm going to pop over to Sephora. And he went next door to H&M. So that ended up working out because he picked out a coat that he wanted at H&M, and he doesn't have a coat because he's outgrown all of his coats, and he's never been a kid that wears coats. He'll wear hoodies, he'll wear jackets, but he doesn't wear a coat. I am really, really glad he has Tommy too. Hey, Charcoal Ninja, thank you. Yeah, Huxley and Tommy talk several times a day, and I'm really thankful for that too. But now I feel even better that he has Tommy and a therapist to kind of balance those two things. It really makes me feel like out of my mind happy. I feel very like gleeful and beaming about the fact that he's got two guys. And honestly, I didn't intentionally pick him a man. I asked him before when I was researching therapists, I said, do you prefer a male or a female? And he was like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And I found this therapist who specializes in teens and adolescents. And he's been doing it for almost 40 years. What made him finally decide to see a therapist? It's not that we've been talking about it for a couple of months. And honestly, I've been talking about some of this residual, like Doug and Brenda stuff. And I just said, I'm not balancing raising you because I'm just a single female mother, right? Like I'm just a single mom. And I feel like you need somebody to give you those tools, like I talk about. Yeah, Lumen. And I feel like you need that from someone outside of me. Like he can get resentful of me. Like he gets annoyed by me. We don't always get along, right? We don't always agree. And I think it's best to have somebody that's a non family member, somebody that doesn't know him, that's very specialized in teens. And I love that. So he agreed to do it, Buffy, and I jumped on it. And then, like I said, we have a close friend of the channel that sent me something on PayPal. And I was just in tears that whole day. I had been praying for it, which is crazy. I had been praying about it. I was like, I don't know. Like, what should I do? And this person just was like, hey, here's something to help with you and Huxley and therapy and some self-care. And I was like, oh my God. So I've only been using it for therapy, and I'm having him see the guy every week. When I saw him the first week, I said, can we schedule for next week? And he said, well, most people do every other week. And I said, well, can we do every week? And he goes, well, usually it's a cost issue. And I said, well, right now I have somebody that helped me. So I really want to help Huxley, like as much as, I'm fine with every other week after like the first 6 visits, but I really want him to get on like a trusting regular schedule with the guy so he's comfortable with him. And then maybe they can tackle some issues that he needs to talk about. And then he can do every other week. And the guy totally agreed. He was like, yeah, he said every week is good with a new person. It's just if you can afford it. And I said, well, I couldn't, but somebody helped me with that. So I really want to use it for that. So thank you to that person. I'm so happy you both have good therapy. You are doing great. I love you, Baby Steps. Thank you for saying that. And Baby Steps, hopefully you're not leaving. My doctor called today and I wanted to bring that up to you. Tommy is a whole new person. I like it. It's peace he brings to me when he does certain life content. Absolutely. Nobody is a whole new person more than Tommy Scoville that I've seen. And I can't convey that to you enough. I just see it behind the scenes. I don't really watch his show much, so I can't speak to that. I pop in and say hi, but I don't need to watch his content. He doesn't need to watch my content. We know each other in real life and talk all the time. But I've never seen a person change more than Tommy. And I've said this before, people change all the time. They only do it if they want to, though. That's why people say, like, people don't change. Of course they don't, because it's easy to not do that. People change if they want to, and he definitely has. That's okay, WA. Therapists are prepared for anything. How did you find your therapists? Well, for me, I did the research I just went to Google and I put therapists in my area for adults when I found mine in Tennessee. And then this one, I just said therapists in my area for teens. And it was a cost issue. Hey, Don Pariso. Hey, Stacy Toms. It was a cost issue. So I had been finding therapists that see kids in this area, but each one pretty much that I found was $250 an hour. $250, not an hour per session, because a session is an hour. And I was like, yeah, that's not realistic, even with someone helping me, because he's not going to get that many sessions. That's a lot of money. So I found this guy. I looked up his credentials and I read his background, and he has his own practice. And he's been doing it for a long time. And he just I liked his energy. I liked the way he looked. And he was he's so chill. He's very calm. He's very relaxed. And I like that about him. I like people who are that way. Hey, Lisa Kelson. So after therapy, I went and got him that coat. He wanted a coat. I said, yeah, I will buy you a coat, kid, if you'll wear it. And he said, I will. I really like this. So I bought him a coat. And took him to Chipotle. And while he went to H&M. Hey, Tammy, I went next door to Sephora. Guys, does anybody else feel this way? First of all, I hate my Sephora. So glad, Nancy. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the nonsense. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I feel like I'm being lied to. I feel like I'm being tricked. I feel like I'm being scammed. I feel like it's Scientology. I feel like it's Sephora Scientology here. Okay. I am promised things that they do not deliver on. And I couldn't be more upset. The key word is choosing to change. I'm on that boat with the others. It's nice to be able to relate to the people like me, not feel alone. Oh my God. Yes, Wendy R. That's what everybody says about here. This community is like, we're all kind of like-minded people. Holly Day, I'll tell you what aspect right now, girl. Since Martha left, it's not the same. Yeah. So breaking news, Sephora lies. More about that at 11 o'clock. I'm just couldn't be more upset. Um, Lenora Gray, with God's guidance, I believe you and Tommy will be good for each other, however he sees fit. Such a cute couple, and your interactions are heartwarming. Oh my God, that's so sweet. We're going to do a show tomorrow night, Lenora Gray, and I hope you'll be there. Thank you for saying that. I'm very reluctant to follow their advice. Sephoratology. Absolutely. I couldn't be more pissed about it. I couldn't be more mad if you asked me to be. Here's what's happening, Holly Day. Here's what's happening. Okay. I'm going to explain it. Where's Angie Moe? Christine Baker. Thank you, girl. Okay. Here's the thing. I've been trapped and lied to. I wait all year for the Sephora sale. I'm so happy to hear that, Buca Vista. Okay, Angie Moe. Hey, Rachel. That's okay, Rachel. We're just really getting started. It's 26 minutes in. I'm surprised I'm getting into anything. Hey, Galen. Thank you, Galen. Look, I wait all year for these damn sales. Basically, at this point in my life, skincare and makeup and hair, Buffy, you're going to hear about it. I feel like they always try and sell products they're told to. Well, Holly, that's not my experience. Actually, the one here, I can't find a person to help me. So I would love for someone to try to oversell to me. I can't find anyone. I feel like I am running around the Sephora going, hey, gal, hey, gal, hey, gal, can you, hey, do you work here? Hey, can you help me? Hey, 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 can you help me? Like, I need help. Somebody help me. That's what I do now. I'm just like, somebody help me. I need help. And then everybody in the store stops and they're like, oh my God, does someone need to call 911? And I'm like, no, but I need one of these mascaras. Can you open the drawer for me? Thanks. So, yeah. Well, that's not what happened in Kansas City. And I told him that this time. I was like, look, I am an undercover Sephora agent and you guys need to ship shape. You need to snap, crackle, fucking pop because I came from Kansas City and I work undercover for Sephora. And I was like, look, I have my clipboard in my bag and I'm going to be making some notes. Here's what happened. I wait all year for this damn sale. I wait all year for Black Friday. And I'm not kidding. I've got my Paula's Choice stuff ready to go. I'm looking at my Trini London stuff. I don't care about clothes anymore. I don't need it, especially if I'm moving out of the country. What matters to me is shampoo and conditioner, right? I don't shop at Sephora. I understand. Shampoo and conditioner, okay? Face, the money maker, okay? I need, and I shouldn't say that because I look terrible today. I need makeup. I need skincare. My life is in the shambles. I need carrot cake. That's really all I care about. Do you remember when they had to watch you in the bathroom? God, that was so embarrassing. Hey, Abigail, welcome in, girl. No, but Abigail, I just want to say you inspired me. You are the reason I got this tattoo right here. I don't know if you're happy or sad about that, but it's the necklace you sent me for my birthday that inspired that tattoo. So I want to say thank you to you. Do you remember when they had to watch you go to the bathroom? Remember when I had to poop? I always have to poop at Sephora. I didn't 2 days ago, but I did have to pee really bad. I remember that. I had to poop. And she was like, I'm going to have to stand here and hold the door open while you poop. And I was like, no, that's like, no, that's, I have too shy of a rectum, like for that to ever take place. And she's like, I have to. And I was like, why would you, what kind of a rule? Well, I did it anyway. I blew it up. I had to. So, hey, Go the Greek. So I get there. And I'm like, look, I'm an undercover agent for Sephora. And I'm not supposed to tell you that. I was like, but I need some help. And so I got my little basket and I wait all year for this sale. Guys, I only get 15% off, which is really lame. Like that's a crap sale. Hey, Shannon's Journey. So, oh, thank you, Go the Greek. So I started breaking this down. I said this a couple of days ago. Why it took me 41 years to realize this is not something I'm prepared for you to ask me. Okay, so please don't. I am very crafty now about what I'm purchasing at Sephora. Hey, I need a card. Armani right now, holiday, open your ears. Armani Beauty is 25% off site wide. There's no reason to buy anything at Sephora. Okay. YSL is my favorite primer. Look, I got a primer from TJ Maxx. It's a NARS primer. And I thought, oh, I'm going to try that because it was $5.99. I threw it in the trash. I hate it. It pills like pieces of makeup falling off on my face. So I threw it away. I was so angry at it. I cussed at it and I threw it into the trash. So I was like, okay, you're going to have to bite the bullet and you're going to have to buy the YSL primer that everybody else loves and you love just as much. Okay. That's why they don't help you. They think they'll have to watch you poop. That's probably true. Hey, Marilyn, didn't make it in time for the bathroom yesterday. I had to wash the rugs, floor, and my socks. I thought of you. Marilyn shit her rug yesterday. Marilyn shit all over herself. That is really amazing. Thank you for opening up and saying that in the community. Remember that time I ruined my socks and Linda had to buy me a new sock and Alicia bought me like a whole slew of socks? Thank you for admitting that. It makes me feel less alone when you guys shit your rugs and then you openly admit that here with the group, with the class. Marilyn, we're proud of you, girl. Proud of you. Yeah. Stacey Tums, it's okay. I just got it last night. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of true. It's probably outdated, like expired stuff. Puka Vista when you get it from TJ Maxx. So my favorite is that YSL primer. It's expensive and it's like $50 or like $52. But I was like, okay, 15% off, and I only have a tiny bit left. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I go to get it. It's gone. They don't have any. Okay. So I'm like, hey, can somebody help me? I was like, can somebody help me? So I was like, can you open the drawer and see if you have more? And she opens the door and she's like, oh, we're out. And I was like, oh, how fucking convenient. I wait for this fucking sale all year long. Now, look, I don't normally flip out on people, and I didn't in this scenario, but I will say this. I saw a girl I really liked. She stayed with me. I said, okay, can we go get my favorite setting powder then? She's like, yeah, what do you love? And I was like, Huda. And I need that. So we went to get it. They're out. And I was like, what in the Whole Foods is going on? Remember my truffle cheese problem? I'd go every Sunday to get truffle cheese and like, oh, we're out. Remember Darren, the cheese guy? Thanks, Stacey Toms. I'm like, this is 2025 and we're in America. Like, what are you doing? Why are you out of everything? What? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. You need to answer me. Okay, you're answering me. I don't remember that. You're making that up. Are you making this up? Sounds made up. Okay, so I'm like, what in the Whole Foods is going on? So then I'm like, let's go get my setting powder. And she's like, oh, we're out. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, again, this is not Ecuador. Okay. Like, Ecuador doesn't have Target. You were looking for specific colors of lipstick in a store, and I got stuck standing with the. I don't remember this. Are you still watching? Hey, Joe Virus. Oh, I am going to have to. No, it's not. Oh, Renee B. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Look, I want more than 15% off. And here's why. I went to place an order with my Armani holiday. I went to order my Armani blush. And I got all excited. And I was like, ooh, 25% off. Hey, Jessamine. I put it in the cart and I go to order it. And it's $8 in shipping. So it brings my total right back up to the full price. And so I canceled the order and I was like, forget it. I'm really pissed about this. Cat Ninja. I swear I don't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. That sucks. I've never used it, Wendy. Okay. Hey, Reset. I'm here from Mr. Malloy's channel. RIP, old friend. I know how much he loved you, so I'm here repping his spirit. That is so nice. Cat Ninja, you are over the top welcome here. And that is such a nice, that is so kind. We loved Michael Malloy, and I know how much he loved me. I was very lucky to be such a friend of his. Thank you for being here. You are warmly welcome, and you're always welcome here. Thank you for coming over. Yeah, holiday. I couldn't be more upset than I am right now. So, okay, so Holly, you following here? They don't have my setting powder. They don't have the primer. So, like, these are the things. Yeah, Joe Virus, we did a stream on it last night. Um, no, Angie Mo, it's okay. I'm just annoyed because it's also a one-time sale. The coupon is for one use. So I know, Don Pariseau. So I wait all year for this sale and they're out of everything. And it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. So then I say to the girl, she's really cute and nice. Tommy, he's killing me. Do they give rain checks? Oh Lord, no. They don't care. They're a huge corporation. Um, so what am I trying to say? My guy is confusing me about. He's trying to remind me of something, and I'm like, I don't remember that. Did the Sephora employee offer to order it for you? They didn't. They had it sold out. So there was a couple things they could order, and some of the stuff was sold out. So I say to the girl, okay, I said, I don't know how to contour that well, and I use Charlotte Tilbury, and she goes, and I went, okay. Hey, love it. I said, what would you use instead? So she goes, I would use what is the Rare Beauty. I don't like that brand. But she goes, I really like the Rare Beauty one. She goes, let's go get it. Sold out. And I was like, this is shit. This is garbage. Like, this is junk. I'm a little angry that like there's 4 products that I came for and we don't have it. And okay, Holly Day says she likes Estee Lauder. I've not used Estee Lauder. Thank you, Holly. I would really trust your opinion and judgment on these things. Yeah, Sophia. So the point is, I'll show you what I got. Okay. I'll show you what I didn't get because we are talking about it right now. Charlotte Tilbury is better. I like it. So I ended up getting another one. I was like, you don't have the one that you're trying to sell to me. So I replaced my Charlotte Tilbury one. The only thing is I don't have contour on today. I hardly have any makeup on. I said to her, I go, I don't know how to contour it. I'm quite frightened how to do it. I said, but when I do it, I put a dot here, boop, boop. I put a little here and I go, boop. And she goes, I wouldn't do the boop down here. She goes, I wouldn't put contour here. And I was like, why? Don't you want it to look sun-kissed right there too? So I don't even know what I'm doing. Perhaps I should look on YouTube at some point. I don't know how to use YouTube. Oh, I know. It's junk, Lynn. So here's the thing, guys, and here's our plan. And I feel confident in the plan. I think I think we need to do this as a group though. Okay. I need to hold hands as we do this. I'm nervous and I'm frightened and I'm afraid to take this leap without your help. I think we should wait till Black Friday. I think we need to assess our carts. I think we need to really, really dive into this. It's something that means a lot in my soul. It could just be that I'm ovulating today and I'm feeling feelings about everything and absorbing it and kind of teary eyed about things. But I think neither here nor there on that. Either way, we need to really assess our carts. We need to be mindful of what we're purchasing because we don't want to just willy-nilly it, right? We don't want to willy-nilly it like we do sometimes when we add things to carts, right? So I think we simply need to look out for each other. Okay. I'm going to expect a lot of text messages on, hey, Reese, there's a sale here. Like right now, for instance, I'm about to share with you, Anthropologie is now doing 50% off sale, already marked down sale. Okay, Holly. Anthro is, I forgot to tell you guys that. That's pretty much what I was looking at the entire time I got tattooed yesterday. There was 59 pages of sales stuff. So I just did it till my phone almost died. And I have to be honest, there was some really great things in the Anthro sale. Really, really exciting things for you that could be in your closet for this season's fashion. But I think we need to be super mindful of our skincare purchases as we get closer to this holiday. Okay. So is that a yes? Like I need, yes. people are going to be in on this with me, right? Like you're going to hold my hand through it. You're going to guide me into the skincare season. Oh my God, Angie Mo. It was a good sale. And here's why I say that. Anthro pisses me off with their sales because I don't even look anymore. When you go look, you're like, oh, that's cute. And you click on it and it's like, all that's left is an extra, extra small. And you're like, oh no, I needed an extra, extra, extra small. That's what I do now. I'm just like, oh, I'm so little. Oh, I'm so little. You don't have an extra, extra, extra small, do you? You don't have a 000, do you? Because I'm just so little. Fuck off. Out of here with that. I don't like it. I get tired of it. So yesterday's Anthro sale was like all new stuff with every size stocked. And I was like, okay. Hey, Rain, sorry you didn't make it to your doctor's appointment today. I love Anthropologie clothing. Absolutely, Renee B. I don't need any of it, but I do love it. I do love their stuff. Okay, so back to what we were saying. Oh, Sephora. So when I went to check out, here's what happens. This used to happen to me at Whole Foods when I shopped in Kansas City. I don't remember what he's telling me. Of course, Cat Ninja. We like to laugh over here. I've already been planning Black Friday beauty sales, getting my list together. I will definitely share information. Okay, get your list together. Holiday, expect you to do the same. Debbie Zito, if you're doing that. What's going on with your right arm? I got a new tattoo last night, Rain, and I'm happy to show it to you. I just think it's easier to show it to you on a picture because it's just hard for me to like lean in with my fat. Anthropologie. Rain, I jazzed up the Fred tattoo. Rain is basically what I did. See, that's the old Fred tattoo. He just added a bunch of color to it. And then I put that sun with the clouds and the quote there. But I even like the peace sign. I really was scared about that peace sign, but I like it. I know it's a lot, and I know it's probably too much for a lot of people, but I'm okay with it. I'm feeling good about it. Here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with a little honesty, and I'm doing it. When I went to check out, I'm tired of people who check you out. Now, look, be kind to people in the service industry. It's not their fault that their store sucks. Okay. But she was a little sassy anyway. She was doing that. And you know how when women do that, you're like, well, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Rain. You know how, thanks, Yadira. You know how, somebody's going to be a bitch when they're like, I don't know what that means. It's like this weird universal code. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I can do it without that. I could just be like, but I feel like they have to do this yeah, it was one of those. And so I already knew it. I felt it in my bones. I felt it in my uterus for sure. And I go up to check out and she's like, she just looked sassy. Oh, thanks, Jessamine. Or I could have just been mad about the stuff that everything was out of stock. I mean, it could have been that. Honestly, it was probably me. Yeah, I don't know why people do the duck lip thing. I don't know. So I go up and I got my stuff and she goes, they also tend to do a shoulder lean when they do it. Jones Road, well, I loved Bobbi Brown makeup, Rain. And so I'm confident that maybe you'll find something with Jones Road. I like Bobbi Brown. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with her. She's a makeup artist. They always lean in. There's a shoulder lean when they do it. It's like the lips have to be close to the shoulder. I don't know if it's a magnetic pull, but I feel like they're always like, what is that? Why can't you just be like, you can't. Try it at home right now. Do it. You have to and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Get out of here with that. I'm mad that you're out of stock on everything. And she's like, do you find everything okay? Don't ask that if you don't want the proper answer to that. I would never work in the service industry and ask that. Whenever I go to Target, if I go to any grocery store, if I go for something and they don't have it, the last thing you want to ask me is, did you find everything you were looking for? I wouldn't do that. I think it'd be funny to work at a place like that and be like, you probably didn't find anything you were looking for, did you? Were we out of everything you were looking for? That's probably what I would do. I don't think it's smart ever because it happens all the time. Did you find everything you were looking for? And every time I'm like, absolutely not. No, you guys were out of fucking everything I came for. However, I would like to spend this $200 worth of M&Ms that I found for the holiday season. Um, that's what happened. She was sassy. I was feeling sassy. And she went, "Did you find everything you were looking for?" And I went, and do you find that you have to match that? Like, if they have like a weird voice, if they're like, "Do you find everything you were looking for?" I feel like I'm always like, "Yeah." Like, or I'll be like, almost. Like, I find that I match that. Now that's not their fault. That's my fault. But when somebody does the duck lips, they usually do some kind of a fake voice with it. And I feel like that's what happened. Like, "Oh my god, I love this stuff. Have you tried this before?" And then I'm like, "No, I haven't tried it. Not yet." Um, if I didn't find everything, I tell them what I didn't find. Yeah, same, Rain. So that's what happened. And she did have that. She did have it. It was a lot. It was just a lot to do the duck lips and this. I'm like, what's with the pose? Like, what's with the like glamour shots look? She was like, what's going on? Now, I'll be honest, it was a better pose than I can even do on camera. Like when someone takes my picture, I'm like, every time I take a selfie for Tommy, I feel awful. I'm like, do I tuck in the bottom lip? Do I bite the top lip? Like, I'm trying to look sexy. This girl did a good job at it. Like, she was already like, I was like, what in the Olin Mills is going on with you? What in the glamour shots? Hey, Lady O. So that's what happened. And I did feel bad when I left because she did. She's like, "Did you find everything you were looking for?" And I was like, "No, you were out of everything I was looking for." Isn't that great? Like, you were out of fucking everything. I waited this whole year for this sale. Like, no big deal. Yeah, I was really upset about it. Yeah, like Deb and Napoleon Dynamite. Absolutely. She's like, "No, drop your shoulder." Your arms look balanced now, Reese. Rain, you know what's funny about that? My mom said that today. I was waiting for my mom to be like, "What is that on your arm?" Like, where's my hair tie? Stuck. I'm stuck. I found it. I was waiting for her to be like, "What did you do to yourself?" Hey, Southern Charm. Uh, and my mom was like, "Let me see it." And she was like, "Oh, I like it so much more. It looks so balanced." And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Oh my God, I found everything I was looking for." I like a light natural base. I hear that, Rain. So anyway, I was pissed off. And I hate this is the worst thing. Yeah, it just looks more balanced to me too. I probably won't get any more. Um Rachel, that tiny panic attack when you couldn't find your hair tie. I panic when I can't find a hair clip or a hair tie. I'm like, oh my God, my hair is gonna be on my shoulders the rest of my life. I'm sweating, I'm hot. Get it off, get it off. Um, so let's get back to the story that I'm stretching till the end of time because I don't have any other content, to be honest. I'm not much of a content creator. All I can do is talk about others. Just kidding. I still talk about my own life experiences, even when I don't have content to create. I don't turn to others. I do not make fun of others. I only make fun of myself and my own vagina. Uh, yeah. Thank you, Southern Charm. So, no joke. She goes, "Did you find everything you were looking for?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." I was like, I really hate this Sephora. I said that. And she was like, "Oh, like, come on." Like, I want to get a job at a place like this so bad so I can just give it fine. Thanks, Yadira. I would love to work in the customer service and I want to stream it so bad. I want to go get a job somewhere and I want like a camera on me because like people are not it's not up to par for me. I was like, "No." I was like, "I actually hate this Sephora." And she was like, "Oh." And I said, "Yeah, I moved here from Kansas City." And I was like, oddly, they stocked their shelves during a sale. I was like, "You guys were out of everything I've been saving up for all year." And she's like, "Oh my God." That's too bad. No joke. That's what she did. And that angers me more. Like at least try, like make an effort to fake it. I don't care. But she was like, oh my God, that's too bad. I was like, it is too bad. It's like really too fucking bad. I was like, now I have to pay full price for this shit ass place. And it's not like Kansas City where I could go to another Sephora. I live out in the middle of nowhere where there's one Target, one Sephora. You know, you think your life is hard. Okay. You know what's really going to be crazy? They really don't care. Moving to Ecuador, guys, they don't have a Target. They don't have, they got no nothing. I hope it was a teen. Angel K, I wish it was. Lisa, Ecuador. And I'm going to be in Ecuadorable. And you guys are all going to come with me. Just kidding. Renee B in Southern Charms is moving with me, possibly Tymark. At least give me 3 bags of samples for hauling my cookies all the way there. Right. I can't, like Kansas City had like 4 Sephoras. I can't just run over. I can't be like, Jeff, take me to this Sephora. Remember how Jeff used to like drive me to different Sephoras? I don't miss that. But I'm kind of pissed about it. Okay, fine. Let me show you what I got. I'm really just trying to kill time because I don't have a topic. Hey, Jojo. Thank you, Jojo. Okay, so Angie Mo, are you still with us? Holly Day. Okay, fine. So I did this. I didn't hardly get anything. I am going to be Ecuadorable. Okay, look. House Labs got a new product. Whole Foods in Ecuador by any odd chance? Oh my God, Lumen, no. There's no nothing in Ecuador. They don't have Costco. They don't have a Target. They don't have a Walgreens. The only fast food I saw in Ecuador was KFC. And I went in there one night because I was ovulating and I had cramps and Tommy was live. And I was like, I'm going to walk down to KFC and get some mashed potatoes. And I was like, I really need some mashed potatoes and gravy. And they don't even do that. They don't do potatoes. I was like, how are there fat people here? They don't do They don't do mashed. Ecuador doesn't hardly do potatoes. So I walk in there and I'm having a meltdown. I walk in there and, you know, nobody speaks English. And normally I don't care, but I did because I was hungry and I wanted some mashed potatoes. I had cramps. And I walk up and the girl at the register is so cute. She's like really young and hey, Joy Lee. And I went, hey, I was like, do you speak English? I was like, does anybody speak English? And they're all like wearing their little KFC hats. And they were like, no. And I was like, I was like, I have cramps. I said, I need mashed potatoes. I was like, potatoes. I need potatoes. I was like, I need mashed potatoes, like a bowl. I was like potatoes. And she was like, no, not here. And I was like, I wish we could have streamed that. I wish I would have streamed it. I went, what the Ecuador is going on? I was like, mashed potatoes. This is KFC. I was like, mashed potatoes. And she went to the back. Thanks. And she brought me out a single French fry. And she goes, this is what we have. And she's like pointing to it. And I was like, what? I said, how do you not have mashed potatoes in KFC? I said, am I the only fat American in this country? Who do I have to bone? Who do I have to sleep with to get a bowl of mashed potatoes? And her and her friends were standing at the register at that point. And they're like laughing. And I said, give me the manager. I was like, I'm an American. I'm blonde. And I'm a bitch ass American. I was like, I want to talk to a manager right now in this shit ass country. And they were like, and I was like, thank you, girls. Sorry for my meltdown. Like I was joking the whole time. I was sad. At the same time, I was happy. I was laughing, but I was also quite depressed. Just for anybody that's thinking about moving to Ecuador, they don't have mashed potatoes there. And if you want to know why that is, they don't do preservatives. They don't do shit and junk and chemicals in their food. And the mashed potatoes here from KFC are basically, I think, powder and you add water. It's junk, right? I know, Abigail. I was using Google Translate all over the place. I was just trying to assert my dominance as an American. And I was like, get the manager now. They don't care. And that's what I love about Ecuador. Nobody gives a shit about your American tantrums. Nobody. And I love that. There's such a warm feeling to that. Like if somebody runs over your foot with a bicycle, you can't sue. Like I kind of love that like you can flip out all you want. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit at all. And I kind of there's something beautiful to that. Like nobody's scared. No one's like, "Oh god, I'm in trouble. I'm going to lose my job." Like you can stomp your feet and say get the manager and people are like, "You're a pathetic turd that won't flush." Yeah, Honey Lou, it's weird. Hey, Kat. I love mashed potatoes, Anna Banana. So you can't get them there, which is sad, but you can get French fries. My point is, though, no, there's nothing in Ecuador, guys. There's nothing in Ecuador as far as the eye can see. You're not going to be getting any, nothing normal. I cannot run to Target. I believe you can get like Amazon delivered stuff, but not every company is going to ship to Ecuador. That's why when I move there, look, I'm the happiest I've ever been being there, but I will still come back probably 3 to 4 times a year, obviously to see my parents, but also to get shit. Come on. I'll be getting some mashed potatoes just in a to-go container that will go on to the plane. So I'll be coming back to get shit. Yeah, Patty's right. Yeah. 90% of labels here end with contains biodegradable content. Biodegradable. You mean bioengineered. I was just looking. How close is the city? Southern Charm. Well, Salinas is a city. They have what's called the Maxi and the Super Maxi. And the Super Maxi, the Maxi is a grocery store. You can get to a grocery store. I can walk to the grocery store. The Super Maxi, I take cabs to go. It's a 10-minute cab ride, and they will it's almost like a Target and a grocery store combined. It's like a super Target. It's still not as cool though. Like they don't have cool stuff. They have a mall. They have a mall there with like clothing and stuff like that. It's not. It's just what I'm saying is you can't hop in the car and run to Costco. You can't hop in the car and run to Target. Like it's just not the same. That's all. There's no Sephora. You're not doing any of that. We can ship you stuff. I think shipping is extremely expensive. So, Abigail, oddly enough, customs doesn't give a holy shit about anything. When are you moving there? Hopefully in the next 6 months, Stacey Toms is when I'd like to do it. I'm putting money away for it. Abigail, this was weird. Customs did not care at all. Do I have to quarantine my fur babies? You do not for Ecuador. No, you do not. Okay, so here's the thing about shipping, and then I'll get back to my house labs thing. Here's the thing about shipping. I went to the UPS store like a week ago and I said, hey, do you guys ship to Ecuador? He was like, yeah, we do. And I said, perfect, good. Hey, Gracefulness 5. I said, can you give me like a roundabout? Did I tell you this? I think I told you this. This is insane. He goes, what are you thinking? And I said, well, I want to move there. And Huxley loves the idea. He's ready to go yesterday. I said, I want to move there. How much would it cost to ship? I said, I don't know. And he goes, how about just like 25 pounds? He said, a 14 by 14 box. Like, I'll give you a quote. Okay, guys, pay attention now. 14 by 14 size box. What will that hold? A couple pairs of shoes? Like nothing. And he gave me a quote, $1,000. So shipping to Ecuador is going to be damn near impossible. I'm going to have to make trips and fly back with my stuff, or one of you is going to have to bring my stuff, however you want to do it. But anyway, when I went through customs, they were like, you're good to go. Like, I don't know if it's because I was a white person. I don't know if it's because I'm a woman. I don't know if it's because I'm 10 feet taller than everybody else. But when I went through, they didn't ask me if I had anything. They didn't ask me what I imported, exported. They literally took a look at me and they were like, you can go. I was like, go where? And they were like, you don't have to go through all this. They had a line. Hey, Georgia Burke, I love you too. Thank you, babe, for being a member. I'm happy to see you. They had a line of people when I got to Ecuador that like we're all having to go through, like going through their bags and shit like that. I'm in this line. I'm like Heidi Klum. I'm like Giselle, what's her name? Everybody there is like 4'5". I am an Amazon woman. I said this. No one's ever looked at me and said, I wish I had your corgi legs. I am so tall in Ecuador. Hey, Yumi, Bobby McGee. So I stand out, okay? I'm in this line and everybody else in this line is Ecuadorian, right? They literally look at me like in this line, they're like, you. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, they're going to check my butt or something. And they were like, you're free to go. And I was like, what? And they were like, you don't need to go through all this. There's the exit. And I was like, you don't need to check my bags. And they were like, no. And so I asked Tommy about that, and he said, I think they do that with Americans because they want you to come back. They want Americans to come and they want us to spend money and they want to make us happy. They don't want to. So I was like, but I didn't mind waiting in that line. He was like, no, I just think that's what they do. They did that with him too. Um, do I like hot climates in the summer? Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to visit in the summer. It doesn't get hot. From all my Ecuadorian friends there and also some expat friends I made, they said it doesn't get super hot. Overpack a few suitcases and fly. Yeah. Oh, Lumen, absolutely. I will, Renee B. Um, yeah, gracefulness. It was weird. It was weird. Was it a line for locals? No, it's a line. So I went through customs. That was no big deal. They said, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm filming a movie. No, I said, I'm just here to vacation. And he was like, okay. He stamps my passport, whatever. Then you have to go get your luggage and you have to go through a line with your luggage and they like scan it through something, right? I was in that line with my luggage and they had security and they were going through people's luggage and they were like, hey, you. And I was like, I knew it was me because everybody else is like this much taller than me. And they're like, you're free to go. And I was like, really? That's odd. You'll be, yeah, Renee B will be about 7 feet tall there for sure. But yeah, it was a breeze. And then when I came back through into America, it was the same thing. When I was leaving Ecuador, they never asked me if I had anything, plants, plant life, animals. They didn't ask me anything. They checked my passport, stamped it again, and they were like, there you go. And I was like, aren't you supposed to ask me stuff? Aren't you supposed to like, no, they didn't. Apparently the highest in the summer in 2024 was 99 degrees. Okay, well, that's no different than here. That's totally the same. Shelly Kelly, you're tiny and I can put you in my pocket. You're a Polly Pocket. Pat Jonas, I don't know if that can be done. But anyway, my point is I can't ship my stuff there. So I'm going to have to make several trips and leave stuff there and just leave it there with Tommy, which sucks. Like, I don't mind, but the plane ticket isn't the cheapest. It's like about $1,000 to fly there round trip, which isn't the worst, but like I'm gonna have to do that a lot to bring Huxley and I's stuff back and forth. So, but I have to be honest, my favorite thing about it was not being. I said this on a stream the other day, and I don't know how many of you were here. Can we do a fundraiser to ship your stuff there? That would be incredible. Can you imagine what the haters would say about that? Gracefulness 5. I said this the other day, and I don't know if you were there. My favorite thing about it was the inaccessibility to things, the peacefulness, I like not having all those options. I like being happy with what I have. And I love being around people who are like that are all about family, that are happy with just what they have. And they're not like more. I need more. Let me talk to the manager. Like just, I really like, will I be living with Tommy? Rachel says. So what we'll probably do is have 2 separate places. He already has his own place. West Coast Fancy Nancy, I would like to move in the next 6 to 8 months is what I would like to do. Tommy already has his own place. So what I'm probably going to do, because I'm bringing Huxley with me, I have already checked out several. I had a realtor while I was there. She's an expat. She's from New York. And I had her show me. We spent several days going around looking at places. We looked at houses for rent, apartments for rent, condos for rent, and I found one that I really fell in love with. It is, I would like to buy it, but that's not realistic right now. Oh, interesting, Joe. It is right on the beach. It's the top floor. It is 3 bedrooms, either 3 bedroom, 3 bath or 3 bedroom, 4 bath. I can't remember. It's very big. It's spacious. It's exactly the layout I want. I looked at probably, she probably showed me 15 to 20 places. There was a few I really liked, but I way out of my price range. I don't even know why she showed me. It was way out of my price range. So of course I would have jumped on it, but I couldn't afford it. And then there was some places that were for me. I'm really picky about light. I like a lot of light, and I like white walls. Like I need bright. I like open space, and I like light windows, natural light. And a couple of the places she showed me were like wood dark walls, and there was little windows, and I was like, I can't even be in here. I feel closed in. It's dark. I don't like that. So I finally, she took me to a place, and it was that thing where I went, oh, this is it. Like, this is it. I just know it. This is it. I want this. It is very big. All of the animals will be fit beautifully in it. Like, it's more than enough room for me and Huxley. So what I think I'll do is I would like to buy it. It's $75,000. It's directly on the beach. It's about 50 feet from the waves. It's right across the street. You can't get any closer to the beach. It's huge. It's beautiful. It would be a condo. So I would have, all my stuff would be covered as far as, you pay a monthly, what do you call it? It's like an HOA fee, but it's in a building. I don't know what that's called, but, it's like 75 or $50 a month for that. And that covers, never heard of that, Joe. That covers, like if your sink breaks or if you need something fixed, the guy comes and does that too, which I would want that. So I can rent that for $700 a month. That would include all of that. And they do not have hurricanes. How much were the most spectacular places you saw? Renee B, the one I wanted and my dream home is there. And it is on the 17th floor on Shepepie Beach. You can bring your pets. Yep, you can absolutely bring your pets. The one I wanted was to buy. It was only for sale, and it was 220,000, and that was insane money. It was brand new. The building, that's insane, unheard of. She showed me some that were enormous and on the beach, and there was a brand new building. And again, this one was only for sale. It was 160,000 and I wanted it. I wanted it bad. I was like, this is where I want to live. It was all brand new stuff. But I can't, I'm not in a position to buy. So I'm going to have to rent. But the place that I'm renting, I can buy, and it's around 70,000. What kind of floors do they have? Are they ceramic floors or wood tile? No wood floors that I saw. They're all tile floors. But yeah, I intend to buy, but for now I'm going to rent. How much is the flight? Vicky C, not that I know of. How much is the flight? So it depends. I looked at several flights. There's a few different places, not places, airlines that will fly to Ecuador, of course. You have to fly into Guayaquil. Not all of them fly into Guayaquil. Some will go to Quito. I don't want to go to Quito. So I know American, JetBlue. I know those two go to Guayaquil. The flights range. And the reason I say that is the closer you get, the more expensive it gets. So they usually average from what I've seen are 800 bucks, 800 for round trip flight. Now, if you wait and you get closer, it goes up to about 1200. If you go this time, like coming up this time of year, that's their summer, that's their party time. It can go up a little more from there. But average from what I've been looking at, I've been clocking it, checking it pretty regularly, around 800 bucks round trip. But I really, really want this place. So your original question was, are Tommy and I going to live together? I'm going to rent. Hey, Brock, I'm going to rent the place that I want to rent, and he's going to come and go. And that's kind of how I think we should take it to begin with. And then we may all end up living together and moving in together. But honestly, that's not final either. Like maybe we'll just live together. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I would be happy either way. I'm not trying to step lightly about it. Like I'm very sure of him and he's very sure of me. I just want to make sure all I care about is that we have enough space. How many square feet? Renee B, that I don't know, but it's huge in the 160K place. I think that had 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It was absolutely beautiful. What about moving to a bigger city in Ecuador, or do you want to be with Tommy in the same town? Oh, Tommy and I are not, yeah, this is all because of us. We're together. So no, I don't want to be in a separate town. That's why I'm saying we may end up just living together. We're going to anyway, but I just thought it might be easier for, like, I don't want me and Huxley, first of all, to move in with him and just be like, here's all our stuff and like be in his space. So I was like, I'll rent a place and then he can come stay with us or he can move in with us. But I just thought, that's the point of me getting my own place. I'm not going to show up there and be like, okay, we're here. Like, let's shove all of our shit into your space. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. He's welcome to come live with us, but I'm not going to just make myself at home in his place. Hey, Riley's Human. Renee B, I took a photo of the 160K place. I want it so bad. It's all brand new and I like newer features. For me, I do. And I just really, I loved it. Let's see. I don't know why I have a hard time pulling up my photos from that trip. I don't know how to like organize my photos and I wish I did. Let's see. I mean, this picture probably isn't going to help you much. Oh, I don't know if I have it anymore. Now that I think about it, I think I deleted it because I couldn't afford it. So I deleted it because it was making me sad to look at. Nope, I didn't. Here's some. So Renee B, this was like, I mean, that's not showing much, but like that's a view of how bright everything was. That's the flooring. That was super bright. That was the kitchen. Here's the bathroom, which I thought was really cool. Next to the toilet, you'd have to put up like a shower curtain, but like there's the shower. I like that wall. I don't know if this matters to you. Okay, here's a better view of the living room and then walking to the kitchen. Like, see how bright and light everything is? Yeah, I like that. I like bright. It makes me happy. I get kind of panicky and claustrophobic in like dark spaces. I don't like that. Here's walking. That's my realtor. Here's walking to the front door. And if you're about to go left there, that'll take you to the bedrooms. Bye, Joe Virus. Glad I got to see you. Here was another place she showed me. And again, so like even the furniture felt dark to me. I didn't like that. That was more used. My boyfriend's brother pooped his pants today. He's 35. Thought you'd want to know. Can't watch. See y'all later. Thanks, Marissa Martin. Somebody else pooped themselves yesterday. Everything comes furnished. Yes, everything comes furnished. So like here was another one, and this is useless, this photo, other than like see the dark, even the dark wood color there. I just didn't like that. Everything is furnished though. Here was a kitchen. It was too small for me. It was really tiny. 160,000 for a brand new condo on the beach, Liz Tricks. Yep. Oh, here's the name of the building. Look this up. This is the building I was just showing you photos of. Pearl Azul. That's the building. And it's brand new. Oh my God, there's that guy. He's an expat. He lives there with his whole family, and they have he has really cute little kids and a wife, and they have that little basset hound, and they run on the beach every day. They're so cute. 160 grand. Yeah. So that was an amazing place. Again, you have to buy, and I don't have 160 grand, but if I did, I would have bought it. So anyway, I'm going to rent until I can figure it out. I'm going to rent until I can figure it out. So, okay, Holly Day is getting really impatient. That's sweet, Yadira. Interesting, Rachel. Could you get a mortgage? Not that I know of. My realtor said that you cannot get a loan in Ecuador because you are not Ecuadorian. I don't have the listing, Renee B. That's just the name of the place. You'll have to Google it. Thanks, Victoria. Yes, Riley's human. I'm going to take all the animals with me, and these places take animals. Vacuum sealed bags. That's a really good idea. Anyway, I was saying something right before that, and I can't remember what it was. What was I saying right before that? Oh, a loan. Yes, you have to pay cash. You have to pay cash there because we're not Ecuadorian. So no bank is going to just loan us money. So you cannot get a loan in Ecuador is what I was told by my realtor because you have no credit there. You're not established. They don't know who you are. So that's one of the reasons I think there's not that many expats there. But still, like the place I want to buy, I think is like 70, I can't remember. It's like 75,000, 79,000, something like that. It's enormous. I actually took photos of that. I can show you a couple pictures of it. I absolutely am in love with this place and I'm going to rent it. I have to. Like I have to have it. Hopefully if it's for rent still, but I really hope it is. It's got more, how do I explain this? I don't know how to explain this. Here's my view. I don't know if I could, Wendy R. Could you keep your cats inside living in an apartment? I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm not letting them out. Here would be the view. What's the legal limit that Ecuador will allow you to live there since you're not a citizen? Legal limit? What do you mean by that? I would get a 2-year visa and then I would become a citizen after that. How long does it take? 2 years. I'm pretty sure it's 2 years. That would be my front. So this place doesn't have a patio, like a, what do you call that? Like when you open the glass door and you walk out onto when you're in a penthouse or any kind of a, help me, somebody. Balcony. Thank you. Okay. This place is my favorite because it doesn't have a balcony. Now you might go, don't you want a balcony? I don't spend a lot of time out on a balcony. Funnily enough, Tommy's place has a balcony and I never went out there. This is all just open in your front yard. They do have houses with a yard. Absolutely. Tommy is almost a citizen. He's got his visa. So that's all wide open. So that's my living room, right? Words are hard, Shelly. So that's my living room. So everything's just wide open. You can open I'm trying to figure out a way how to like, can you pay for overweight on the luggage? I believe you can. Yeah. I would live on a balcony. I don't care about a balcony, really. I care more about the fact that you can open every single, I went back at night. Like, here's my view at night. That's wide open. That is wide open. I've got the ocean right there. That's my view at night. So like I could sit on the couch and it's a 360 degree, every single door or window opens to the ocean. So for me, like that's way cooler. I didn't care about, I can take you guys for walks on the beach. Okay. So like, here's kind of an example. See that? That's my living room. I would rather have that than I would a balcony. That's my living room. This place is $700 a month to rent. That's my living room. It's all wide open. I don't think they have a cruise port. So this is the place I want. And it's like 75 grand to buy. And I would love to buy it. It comes furnished. But yeah, like that's just looking over from the living room. And that's way, way cheaper than what I pay here. So I can afford that. Yeah, West Coast Fancy Nancy, thank you for being a member, and it is amazing. Going to sleep, it is heaven. Are there bugs that fly in, Patty? Not that high up, no. And I will tell you, oh my God, Liz Tricks, I was going to have to go buy new suitcases. How far is it away from Tommy? It's about a 10-minute walk at the most, maybe like a 7-minute walk. And to be honest, Tommy will stay with me most likely. We'll just probably like, you know, I'm guessing he'll just hang out with us. He's going to want to feel like he's protecting us at first anyway. He's probably not going to want me to be alone. Yes, Lisa. Yes. So, I mean, that is absolutely something I can afford. I know I can afford it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When I was sleeping there, Tommy, thank you, Liz. Tommy, he's up in the penthouse, and we were yeah, there's no flies up that high. I don't think flies go that high. There were no bugs. I was in that place that I want to rent. The realtor took me there 3 times just to be sure. We went back when I went when they had a big party one night on the beach. He was like, you should go back one night if you're free to see how loud it is. I loved this realtor. I switched to a guy and I really liked him. But oh, Tommy and I slept in his, obviously, place when I was there. Guys, it was the most peaceful. Hey, Marie Marion. I woke up to the waves at night. Like, it woke me up in such a good way. Like, it is such a beautiful thing. Tomorrow night, Renee B. What about birds? I didn't see a lot of birds, Jan. It is such a beautiful thing to wake up being on the ocean right there. You can hear the high tide. Like, I would wake up to the sound, and Tommy was just like next to me and we were just cuddling, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. Like, it just felt like peaceful heaven. Does it worry me with the cats being so open? I need a card. He already went to a hardware store and they make something for animals for all those penthouses. And it's like a netting that Tommy's going to put up when I rent it. So don't worry. Yeah, I already thought of that. And he did too. Tommy's already way ahead of that stuff. Can you rent to own? Not that I know of. I mean, I'm sure it depends on the individual seller, but not that I know of. Thank you, Rachel. Are those windows not like open? No, those are all open, Jamie Palmer. Those are wide open windows. Wide open windows, my friend. There's no screens on that. That's just wide open. Thank you, Honey Lou. Yeah, rain virus, they make that netting. This is another from the view of the window on the side. Like, it is such a cool view. Look at some of those other penthouses. Like, look at that. Whoever lives there, that's incredible. So how can you let the cats out? I won't be able to. They will be indoor cats. So it's either that or I have to get rid of the cats. And to be honest, I'd rather get rid of the cats, not Kid. I'll never get rid of Kid. I would like to rehome Seamus and Moose. They obviously would have to go together. I'm never going to separate those two. I think that's best because they live on a farm and they are indoor, outdoor cats to the extreme. They do not like being indoors all day. They hate it. Tommy does not want me to do that. And I understand. Hey, Joel Sachs. Tommy's like, Moose was originally my cat. I don't want to get rid of Moose. Tommy wants them. Yeah, but they can't go outside. They can't go outside at his place. They can't go outside at my place. It's not safe. I'm not going to let the cats out. No way. So they're going to have to be indoor cats, which I'm not really for. I'm not voting for that. I don't like it. And he's like, don't worry. I'll wear them out all day and they'll be fine. And hey, whine a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, like, it's going to suck. How much does it cost to go to the Galapagos? I don't know. He doesn't know either. We haven't checked into it yet. When you went to visit, did you have the home feeling? I fell in love within the first 10 minutes of being there. I knew I was home. It was a God thing for me, Rachel. I was like, this is it. This is where I want to be. And then as each day went by, the more people I met, the more I just immersed myself into the culture. Yes, I love that Tommy's there. But Vicky C, I don't know. I don't know how to leash train a cat, but it wasn't so much that. It was just very the murder rate is high in Ecuador. Okay, well, the murder rate's really high in Chicago too. Like, where in Ecuador? Love you, Stacy Toms. Have fun. That's the thing. Like, people say that, and I appreciate you. I'm not being rude, Kim. But to be honest, there's scary ass places in Tennessee I would never go to at night. There's high crime in the US. Like where? Because where I'm at, it's a tourist town. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's cops everywhere walking around with machine guns right in front of you, walking around up and down the beach. And I love it. And I feel safe. And I walk past them and I go, hola. And they go, hola. And I'm like, that's right. Come get some. Can you get a harness? I'm not going through all that shit, Wendy R. Tommy can. Tommy loves cats. We're going to let that be his deal. You know, he wants them. That's okay. I don't mind it, but I just think it's a bad idea because they're indoor outdoor cats. I know, Sophia. So that is the coolest. Again, there's no screen there. Yeah, Patty. That's my view. That's my living room. $700 a month, guys. And you can go out to eat 3 times a day if you want. Going out to eat costs about $4. I don't need to do that. I went to the store and got groceries, but I'm not worried about my safety. I'm really not. I felt incredibly safe there. I have no doubt. Well, no, I do. I can tell you for a fact, Guayaquil, where you fly into, I Googled it and it's like a stage 5 danger zone city. Guayaquil, when I was leaving, there was a car bombing the day I was leaving. Guayaquil is terrifying to drive through. I'll just say that right now. If you go to visit, your first impression of driving through Guayaquil, it's a 2-hour drive to get to Salinas. So you get off a plane and then you got to drive 2 hours to get to where you're going. Lena, I don't know the answer to that yet. It's a terrifying drive. It's the most poor city I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. Hey, Jessica LaBarber. There's a lot of crime. It's a very popular big city. Like they have H&M in Guayaquil. They have more shopping in Guayaquil. There's more probably chains in Guayaquil. But I will tell you, it was my first impression when I got there. I was like they don't drive very well. They don't follow the lines in the road. People are just cutting each other off. There's people on bicycles and motorbikes like weaving in and out. Like there's no rules. It's nothing like America. It is like nothing I had ever seen. As a matter of fact, I was riding with Tommy and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, you know how when you're almost in a car accident, you kind of freeze in the car. You're like, oh God, we're going to collide. That happened so much that he was like, you know what? He was like, why don't you just look at me? It's best not to look. He was like, because I know. He was like, but it's best not to look. So I literally was like, here's the windshield. I was like, okay, I'm just not going to look because it was like, whoa, it's so different than America. It is off the charts different. Did Tommy meet you there when you flew in? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. There's no rules there. Not really. And I feel like the police have bigger things to do than like give someone a ticket for jaywalking. Hey, Sharon, like they're way more relaxed there and very, very friendly. I love our police, to be honest. I don't have anything against the police. I find them very helpful. And I have never had a run in with cops where I felt that's not true. That one time with the guns here. But otherwise, I really respect our police. I don't have a problem with them. But I just feel like it's very, very different than America. And it's something you have to adjust to. But Guayaquil, for those of you that want to go check out Ecuador, you're going to be shocked when you get there. It's like, oh, holy shit. Like this is very, very different. And it's very, very in your face poor. And it looks like there's a lot of crime. I'm sure there is. I've Googled it, but I loved it. I didn't care. I felt at home even there. I was like, this is beautiful. This is where I want to be. I don't like the uppity stuff. I don't like being around status symbols. I don't like being around people who have to buy shit to show you that they have money. I don't like people who rub money in your face. I like being with people who are just happy and happy with what they have. And if they have a bunch of money, great, but they don't throw it in your face and you don't really know it. That's the kind of thing I like. Yeah, it's probably scary like some places in Mexico, Renee B, but I found it thrilling. To be honest, it was a thrill to me and I felt freer there than I've ever felt. There was just something about like I felt more like myself. And once I got to make friends and know the people, I was like, this is it for me. This is where I want to live. This is where I want to live. Huxley felt the same way. Like this is just there's something you can't put your finger on it, but it's home. It felt very home for me. Wow, thank you, Sharon. You are a real original, Reese. That's very kind. Thank you. Um, it won't be for everybody, but it's a relaxed atmosphere and not here. You know what I don't like about where I live? And I mean where I live, I mean America. This was in Kansas City. This has been everywhere I've ever been. First of all, people are very ungrateful. And I don't mean everyone except me. I mean everyone. We're all ungrateful. And I really, really hate that everybody is always in a hurry. Everybody is always trying to get from point A to point B in a rush, and people cut you off in traffic and they're flipping you off. And everybody is so like the second I told you I stepped foot back in America, I was trying to get onto an escalator and there was a guy, I was going straight for it. It was in front of me and there was a guy coming this way and I stopped to let him in. And he went like this. He got in front of me and he went, "Go!" And I went, "Oh my God, I want to go back. I want to go back home to Ecuador." There's the rain. No disrespect to the people of Guaico, but the city is where most of the violence that you hear about from the State Department is going on. The people who get killed are in drug trade. So true, babe. And that's the other thing. I didn't mention that. Tommy's right. I asked the local police this. Guys, I did my research. Like Tommy and I spent pretty much every moment together. But there were times that I was like, he would go live and I'd be like, I'm going to go walk here. I'm going to go see Mona. I'm going to go talk to a friend. I went to a couple of expat meetups when he was live. So I wanted to make sure and kind of explore on my own to just get a feel for it. And also just to see how the people treated me by myself. Right? Like I just kind of wanted people treat you different as a woman when you're with a man versus when you're not. And so I wanted to kind of get a taste for both of those things. Everybody was respectful to me. Nobody was weird, sleazy, creepy. People don't even give you the look of sleaziness. Like all the men just look straight ahead or they'll go, "Hola, señorita." And I'm like, "Hello." Like everybody's very friendly. I don't feel creeped out. But I asked a lot of the locals who spoke English and I asked a lot of the expats. All the crime that really occurs is what Tommy just said. It's like drug crime, gang on gang crime. There's not a lot of crime. Now, my realtor said there's petty theft, no question. She goes, if you set your phone down somewhere and you leave it, it's gone. That's kind of true for America, I feel like too, right? But there's not a lot of like, from what I got to ask probably real statistics on this, but my realtor who's lived there for a long time said, there's no raping. There's no murdering. There's nothing like that. Like kids aren't getting abducted. It's petty theft and it's drug on drug crime or gang on gang crime. So I felt pretty comfortable with that. I talked with the local police and I thought my nose was bleeding. It felt, hey, Dark Rose. Well, you know what, Renee B, if you want, when we do Occult and Crims tomorrow night, we could do a little part of the show where we answer your questions. I know there are people who actually have questions, and Tommy obviously lives there and could answer those better than me. But yeah, I don't think he'd be opposed to that. I'm super excited about this, guys. I've not been more excited about anything. I'm sure of Tommy. I'm crazy in love with him. I always was. My heart was broken before, and his was too. And we've since mended all of that. And again, it's all been done behind the scenes. But I am 100% sure of that man and of us. And I'm really, really excited about this. Like I said, I found the place I want. Huxley's on board. I've never been happier. This isn't like something that I'm rushing into that I didn't think through. I have done so much research and I'm going to go back several times. Like I want to move there by, I was going to say March, but like April, May, like spring of next year is my goal. Financially, I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, but that's my goal. And I feel like it's really important to set a goal. For me, it's important to set a goal of something so that you can work toward it. If I don't get to make it by then, I don't get to make it. Thank you guys. But we want to be together. And he is crazy about Huxley. And Huxley is crazy about Tommy. And so, considering the fact that I broke the law for a long time, I don't want to live anywhere where crime is being committed. I researched a lot of places before I picked where I live. That's really smart. And he did. I know you did, babe. Goals are hugely important. Yes, to old Charlie. So that's what I want. I know what I want. I'm sure of it. I've said 100 times over in my entire life, just in my shitty upbringing and where I grew up and going to Kansas City and all the stuff that happened there and then coming here. I have never been anywhere, even traveling. Like I went to Charleston once and loved it, but it wasn't still even the sign that I got in my heart, which is I used to say to you guys all the time on my channel, I've never been anywhere where I feel like I'm home. I've never been somewhere where I'm like, this is it for me. This is where I want to live. I was there and I was like, I'm home. I love Tommy. I love him dearly, but it wasn't just Tommy. It was so much more than that. It was the culture. It was all the friends I made. It was the natural, organic friendships I made in a short amount of time. That shocked me too. I have so many friends I talk to from there on WhatsApp now that are just, none of them know I'm a YouTuber. Like no one knows what I do. Those are the kind of friends I want to make, like just organic stuff. And I did. And it's just, there's just, I don't know how else to explain this to you. I just know it in my soul. That's where I want to be. And that doesn't mean I'll be there forever. Maybe I'll be there for 5 years and I'll come back here and be here for a while. I know for a fact that, well, I found a church there that I love. I found a pastor that I love, but I know for a fact I will come back and forth. My parents are here and they're going to need me. I will probably fly back and forth for, like I said, 3 to 4 times a year, if that's something I can afford. Joanne Hawley is, there are dangerous places everywhere. Yes. Thank you, Sharon. And there are places that are great. The place that you feel at home is where you should be. It's like anywhere. You just have to be smart and be safe. We do that no matter where we are. And I will say this, what a beautiful thing to say. Joanne Hawley, I feel safest with Tommy Scoville. So you're absolutely right. And thank you for your super chat. Sorry, babe. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Did you want me to play this on the show? Because you said check your phone and you sent me a video and I'm not just going to play it. Do you want me to play it on the show? Are you still going to stay with us on the channel and have the Zooms? Oh God, yes. As a matter of fact, Riley's human. You cannot have a firearm that I know of there. No one. They have weapons. My realtor told me they all have machetes. That's what they use. I will probably do my channel more living there because there's going to be so much I want to explore with you guys. I want to take you places. I want to go to restaurants with you guys. I want to walk the beach in the mornings. Like I want to hop on a stream. I did this every morning. Tommy would sometimes go with me and sometimes I would say, I'll be back. And he knew what that meant. And I would put on my comfy clothes and I would just go walk the beach and get a coffee. And I would say hi to people and I would breathe in the sea air. And I wanted to be alone. So I will absolutely be streaming more living there. And the Zoom calls will never go away. You can't own a firearm. I don't entirely know the answer to that. I don't think you can, but I'm not entirely sure. Cost of living is way cheaper. I told you I went to a breakfast place with our pastor. My omelet was 25 cents. 25 cents. Colton Crimes, you can play it. That is where I live. 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I'll play it.
The danger of Ecuador at night. You know, they talk about how at nighttime you got to be really careful in Ecuador. As you can tell, it gets pretty rowdy. Know what I'm saying? Gets pretty darn rowdy at night. You really got to be careful. I'm telling you, most of what you hear is from different parts of the country. And there are places that apparently are considerably more dangerous. I don't live in one of them. This place is, it's perfect, is what it is. All right, folks, I will see you on the next one. I'm Tommy. Good night.
Cute, babe. Really cute. Well, we walked at night. I didn't feel unsafe at all. I would like Tommy to please join a Zoom, so I would love to meet him. Riley's human. That I could make that happen. I just would want to make sure everybody else was okay with it. I mean, he could join a Zoom for 20 minutes and chat with us. That was at 1 o'clock in the morning, Wendy R. Reese, how's the internet there? I had no problems. Tommy, I think, has problems sometimes. I don't know how to say this because you explained this to me and now I don't know how to re-explain it, babe, if you're still here. My internet, I have Verizon and I had no problems. I had zero problems. And I intend to keep my phone plan in America. I now have a international plan. So I intend to just keep that. I didn't have any internet issues whatsoever. I don't know about like Wi-Fi in their apartments. Um, Tommy would not want Reese and Hux there if it was dangerous. That's true. Um, yeah, Renee B, there you go. Hey, Donna Cooper. So I never once felt unsafe. Okay, 1000 MBS. I don't know what that means per second fiber optic. I'm guessing that's fast, but I have no idea. Guys, I walked myself at night. You guys know Tommy typically does a stream at night. You know this for those of you that watch him. I left so many times you didn't know I was there, but he was streaming and it's, oh yeah, everything's cheap. It's $34 a month there for internet. But I would leave. He'd be streaming, talking to the camera, and I was like, and he was like, you know, and I would leave and I would go walking for an hour, hour and a half at 8 o'clock at night. I never once, there was little kids running with their parents on the beach. There were still like tons of families out. I never felt unsafe, never once, but it's well lit at night. There's people everywhere. And honestly, I just felt welcome. I'm not trying to sound naive, but like everybody I walked past was like, "Hola, señorita." And I was like, "Hola." Like, I just didn't get, I'm not that naive. I get gut feelings. I never got that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm going to be yanked into an alley or I'm going to be abducted. First of all, everybody there is 4 feet tall. So I was like, okay, it's going to take like 17 of these guys to lift me and carry me off. And I feel like it will be very obvious. I am an Amazon woman there. Everybody is short there. Now I'm told, yes, Lisa, I'm told by my realtor, everybody in Salinas is really short. I don't know why. That's not the case for all of Ecuador. Apparently, like Quito, Cuenca, everybody's a little taller. But for whatever reason, I'm telling you, I thought I was a Chihuahua, and people were like, I'd kill to have your corgi legs. Tommy towers everyone. Oh God, yes, absolutely. Dude sticks out pretty badly. I knew you there. It was one time during one of Tommy's streams where you must have walked back into the door because his face lit up. Oh my God. I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. That's really cute. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. I'm happy for you, Reese, and especially for Tommy. May God bless you both on this new journey together. Thank you so much, Wendy R. That means a lot. Hey, Ty Mark. How much cheaper is Ecuador in relation to Panama? That's for Tommy. I don't know, and I don't know if he's still here. I'm going to feel at home because I'm only 5'1". Yeah, I could not believe, like, guys were walking past me and they were like, "Hola, señorita." And I'm not very tall. And I literally was like, "Hola." Like, it was crazy. Everybody's really short. Half of Panama, says Tommy to you, Renee B. But I fell in love with the place. I really, really fell in love with the place. Everything made me happy. And not to mention, like I said, so there's cops everywhere walking around. But oddly, there's also tons of security guards that are not cops. Do you remember this, babe? Of course you do. You see them every day. There's a lot of security guards standing like the private restaurants hire, and they just stand outside of the restaurant. And remember the one that like really thought I was cute? He always was flirty with me in Spanish. I don't know what he was saying. There was a couple guys that were like, Chiquita Bonita. And I was like, Resita. Chiquita Bonita Resita. I was like, to you. Like there were some flirty guys. Now, I don't know what they were saying, but it felt flirty. Joel Sachs, that is so nice. I love that and I appreciate it so much. And I'm happy you're here. I need the experience of being tall. Of course you do. And the food, Liz Tricks, the food is so good. Is there Scientology in Ecuador? I don't know. 138 police officers, for 3/4 of a mile, and then 25 to 50 police officers who don't have weapons. They're like volunteers. Yes, they're everywhere. Everywhere. There's more cops and security than there are people that I saw. Seeing you happy makes me happy. Kat, I love you. And I hope you're at the next Zoom. I feel like we haven't been able to chat and catch up. I love you, girl. Thank you. They like blondes, Reese. That's what Tommy said. Johnny and Tommy were like, they don't ever get to see a blonde. I was like, ew. And then, of course, you know me. I'm not like, if you see me out in public, I'm never like, when I'm in public, I'm like, hi, hello, hola. Like, I am so chipper when I'm out, like, especially being there. I was like, morning. Like, I was like dancing on the beach. I was so happy to be there. And so I think that was a problem too. Like, these poor Hispanic men, Ecuadorian men, they were like, hola. And I was like, hola. Like, I was like, woo, yes, I love it here. Tommy says, then there are private firms that protect restaurants, nightclubs. Yes. So like that everywhere. There's somebody in authority. It's true. There's people in authority everywhere. And then on top of that, all the military is, the military base is a quarter mile away, 60,000 guys with M16s. This is the safest place on earth. We went through the military base, and that is no joke. And I told them that when you were live, babe, unless you already did your show, or did you do a show yet? I don't even know. I was frolicking. I was absolutely frolicking. And then I was canoodling. So I frolicked when I was by myself, but then when Tommy was with me, we would canoodle. Not that. Don't start. I'm so happy that I'm a bit overwhelmed. Okay, Kat, good. I love, what a love story. Lumen is our number one. Lumen's been with us through thick and thin. I love Lumen so much. I could live with her. And I know that sounds creepy because it is. You're a tall blonde there, so that's exotic to them. That's what Johnny kept saying. He goes, you're exotic. And I was like, I'm exotic. Like, I look like something you drew with your left hand. I look like something that a 4-year-old drew with their left hand. I was like, don't ever call me that again. I'm offended by it. Like, most women would be like, I'm exotic. Johnny was like, you are exotic, girl. And I was like, don't ever say that to me again. I do not look exotic. I am the most basic, like, grilled cheese eating, all American bowl of mac and cheese you've ever seen. There's not one thing about me that's exotic. You look at my legs and you're like, nice Chihuahua background. I like your ancestry were Chihuahuas. I absolutely love this live. Wow. I'm glad that somebody does, because I'm feeling like it sucks. Like, this is not entertaining for a lot of people. I'm a social butterfly. I've always been a social butterfly. Well, you guys know this. I make friends with everybody, right? Like, Patty is my best friend at TJ Maxx. What are you rolling your eyes at, Colton Crims? Don't start with me. Did you already do a show? I also just I have no concept of time. I feel kind of bad for Tommy sometimes because I'm like, oh, really? And I'm just so dumb and bubbly that he's like, stay with me now. Stay with me. I know you can, girl. Okay, Lady Exotic, I gotta go. I got a show to do in 6. Oh, he's doing a show. Guys, he's doing a show on Diddy. So go over there if you're interested in that. Or when I hang up here, you should go over there. Up to you. I'm not pushing anyone to do anything. Most places in the US where you look common race, I'm considered exotic. Oh, you're very exotic. Down there, I blend in. Abigail, that's true. Ooh, here comes the rain. Here comes the rain again. Blee, 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 blee. Abigail, that's so true. Sounds amazing, and your happiness is what matters. You are being you. It's the best live ever. I love you, Just Joan. I love. So wonderful to see you and Tommy together. Well, he's really cute too, and that makes all the difference in the world. Baby steps, that is why you are exotic. You're a blonde American. Well, that's what Johnny said too. Johnny was like, girl, thank you for your super chat. He was like, it's true. There are very few blondes there. Like, some of the Ecuadorian women dye their hair blonde, but that's not the same thing. Like, you can see their roots. Like, I get hate mail because my eyebrows are so blonde. No joke. Remember when people would email me and be like, I'm not going to watch you anymore if you don't draw in your eyebrows because I can't see them. So, like, I'm a true blonde. I do dye it lighter, but like, my hair is a dirty blonde. They don't have those there. So interesting, Puca Vista. I'd be exotic there, pale, tall, and I speak some Spanish. You'd be very exotic. Queen of Dragons. I don't know what that means, Lady O. Yeah, so it's home for me. It's where I want to be. I love it so much there, and I want to get there as fast as I can. But unfortunately, like, I would probably go to I'd probably make it happen a lot sooner, but I can't because I have so much stuff and I have to sell, I have to figure out my stuff. And also I don't have the money quite yet. And if I sold all my stuff, I feel like that would get me there much faster. You know where I stand. What's going on? Speaking of Armine. Oh, gorgeous. You know where I stand with you and Tommy? I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy. So over the moon for you too. I know Armine was always a huge supporter, just like Lumen. Thank you, Armine. And here's your child, Armine. I sent a photo to Armine today, guys, and I feel like I should share it with you before I leave. Also, hit subscribe before you leave. Yes, it's Virginia. Let's show Armine the picture we sent. This is an old picture, but I was going through my stuff today. And this is Punky just sitting in her basket. Look at that. What kind of hair is that? She looks like a Peanuts character. What kind of hair is that? Wowie, girl. Sitting there with all your babies in all your glory. Do I have to wait for Hux to get out of school? Yes, just Joan. I'm going to wait till he finishes this school year, and then we're going to go. How soon, Time Mark? I'd like to be heading there by April, like April, May. I will, Patty. This one's from Patty because Patty lost her baby, and her baby was just as cute as you, and his name was Noodles. You're really small and dainty, just like Noodles. It's a lot. It's a lot. Jen Pookie, it was too much. Joanne Holly, that hair was a lot. It's a lot of extra, girl. I don't know if you knew. It's a lot in there. It's the Lorax's mother, says old Charlie. She does look like the Lorax. She is a blonde goddess. And honestly, I wonder how she's going to like it. Guys, it's going to be a big, so Last Christmas in America, Time Mark, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I might come back. Babe, stop. I might come back for Christmas here with my parents. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I was showing Rafi her feet and saying, have you seen anything like this? Her hair everywhere. It's like a cartoon. It's like a cartoon. Did Tommy share with you that during one of his streams when you were there, he flashed his phone and a picture of you was his screensaver? Yes, he told me that. I wondered if anyone else noticed it. Abigail, I will show the pillow. Let me do it. Abigail, I'll bring it in after the end of the stream and I'll show it tomorrow. Don't worry, I want to. Tommy says, I adore that dog, but her breath is not that bad at all. It's really not bad. Kiss me so we can test it out. It's not that bad at all. I can stand it. I forgot real quick. Can we switch back to the Sephora talk for just a minute? Holly Day, are you still here? Is Angie Moe still here? Holy crap. I hope we don't have a tornado. That will suck. Real quick for my Sephora girls. I love that Patty and you should. Okay, good. Debbie Zito. Oh, I know. Debbie texted me. Just Joan. Debbie Zito texted me. I forgot when he flashed that picture of me. Debbie Zito was like, oh my God, Tommy just flashed a picture of you on his phone. And I was like, what a weasel. What a weasel, Krim. Abigail says, closing, righteousness will bring peace. Yes, it will bring quietness and confidence forever. My people will live in safety quietly at home. That's beautiful. They will be at rest. Old Testament. Thank you, Abigail. That's a beautiful scripture. And thank you for the original scripture you sent me that I got tattooed on me. I love you, Abigail. Thank you. Dear Lord, follow your dreams. Life is short. Yes. Looking extra silky, your holiness. Wow. Love you, Just Joan. I'm so sorry, Lady-O. I'm mad at Sephora too. What's the name of the city again that we are going to live? I'm doing some research. Salinas. Salinas. Okay. Did Holly leave us? Probably, and I don't blame her if she did. Inner Sparkle Monkey. Yeah, he did do that. Okay. House Labs. They're making a new, is Helena in here? They're making Debbie Zito. Okay, Holly Day's here. I'm going to set you back down. Thanks again for being a part of the show. House Labs is making a Lazy Silver. That's funny that people saw it. No one really said anything, so I didn't know if anyone saw it. Time Market is. They're making a new highlighter. If Helena's here, she loves their other highlighter. Yeah, this is a new one, and I got this in glassy champagne quartz. Hey, P. Taylor. It's pretty stellar. I have to be honest. It's pretty good. Okay. So all we do is this, and it is a dream. It glides on so nicely. Okay, well, all you can see is nothing, but just take my word for it. It's here. Can you see if I do this? No. That's where I would put some of my highlighter. Oh my God, Angie Mo. I love that brand. It blends and it glides nicely. Angie Mo. I know, Kat, me too. Angie Mo. Okay, so I brought these. I did not buy these. I bought these back when I was with Angie Mo a while ago. These are my favorite. These are called Danessa Myrick Beauty Metallics. I know, Renee B. This is in my favorite shade called Ballerina. This one I don't know if I love. It's called Lilac Flame. I bought this because I have green eyes and you're supposed to put purple on green eyes. Makes them pop. So what I do is I put a regular shadow on, like a base color, and then I put this over it. And I love this color called Ballerina. It's definitely shimmery. And it's like a light pink. They have this color. I bought this. This color is called Alien. And it's like a pinky. I was like, I don't know if I should have bought this, but it's a louder pink. Hold it up again. Which one? So I have this one, Lilac Flame. I like it. This is my favorite. This one is more used. Ballerina. And then I bought this one called Alien. And I'm going to put this one on out here. And it's a louder pink. I wish Catherine B were here. She's probably with her new guy. That's like a louder pink. It's a more iridescent. The Ballerina is just pink. Alien is pink with like yellows and oranges. Like it changes. It's iridescent. It changes with the, it's got a little more shimmer to it too. I don't know if I like it, but Angie Mo, here's my point. House Labs is owned by Lady Gaga. I love the Ballerina. Holiday, it's my favorite. Okay. They make them now, Angie. Okay, I didn't have that one, but Angie, they make them in pastels now. This is called Sundays. This is called Bunny. I'm scared of these, but here's my idea. Let's just do it, actually. Okay, I like this bunny, but it is very pigmented, and it is also matte. There's no shimmer to this, so watch. I'm scared. Okay. But I like it. Okay. Yeah. So do you, Angie. So do you, Holiday. Okay. Hold on. Now let's take Sundays. It's purple. See that? Now I'm frightened. Okay. Jamie Palmer likes anything matte. I don't. I'm scared of matte. Okay. These are eyeshadows. Debbie Zito, look. Okay, so here's these. I like the pink. Debbie Zito likes pink eyeshadow too. She had the best pink eyeshadow on when I saw her. It does, Inner Sparkle Monkey. She goes, Alien almost looks like the House Labs highlighter powder that you made me buy a year ago. Okay, Angie knows where I'm going. Hey, Seattle Judy, welcome back. Okay, Holiday says, whoa, I'm more sparkly. Holiday, I have a solution for you. You're going to spend more money. So I took that and I was like, ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared. We're not scared anymore. And here's why. Holiday, we're going to take Ballerina and we're going to put it all over it. Got it? Holiday, stay with me now. We're going to take Ballerina And we're going to put it on top. Oh, shit. This isn't going to show up, is it? Damn. It looks amazing on my skin. I don't feel like it's going to show up. Okay, hold on. Before I show you, you blame me. Of course you do. Do you know how much money Holly Day has spent at Sephora because of me? I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to take this Sunday's Holly Day, Debbie, and we're going to put this lilac flame over it, girl. So stop, Holly Day. Stop. Quit messing around. Get with the times, Holly Day. Okay, we're going to take this. Oh, holy shit, Holly Day. Oh, holy shit. Holly Day, holy shit. Holly Day, oh, holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Holly, it's not doing any justice, but we shimmered the shit out of it. Okay. So I don't want to hear any more out of you. You're going to go buy it. You're going to spend the money. Okay. Bring it, she says. Come get them. Now I'm going to be on the Sephora app when you end here. I know it makes me so mad that I don't get a kickback. Why does it feel like this is a conversation between you and Holly Day and Renee B? I feel like I shouldn't be here. Actually, it's Holly Day, Renee B, Angie Mo, and Debbie Zito. The rest of you can leave. You're free to go. Just kidding. Just kidding. Time Mark, calm down. We're going to get to you in a minute, Time Mark. Holly Day, it's hard to tell, but we're going to do this. Okay. We see a lot of changes in our future. All right. This is our future. What's our future, Holly Day? It's right here. Okay. So if you can't get on board with this, I'm asking you to just quit dicking around. Okay. Look at that. Look at this glorious. Okay. Hold on. I forgot. I had another idea. Then let's pretend that we had like what I have on right now. I just have on a Makeup Forever shadow stick. We're going to take our stick here. Yeah, when your hand angles, I can see it. See? Ooh, Holly Day. Holly Day, don't blink. Holly Day, keep looking. Stop looking away. I can feel you blinking. Look at it. Come get some. All right, so then the rest of us are chopped liver. Time Mark says, it's all good. You made me buy a lip stain a year ago. Yeah, I made a lot of people buy those lip stains. Poor Mar Lugo. Remember when she took the lip stain and she was like, she thought it was like a gloss and it was like clown stuck on her face. Okay, so here's another idea I had. I barely have any eye makeup on. I just have a simple small amount of Makeup Forever, like a shimmery kind of a light gold, whatever. No one cares. Let's see what happens. We're going to do this on live TV. Okay. I'm going to take this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. You actually can't tell a difference at all, but I just wanted to make those sound effects. Let's keep going. We have to keep doing this so that the haters will make a video about us. I feel like they haven't done anything in a couple of days and I feel a little bit lonesome. Actually, I do kind of notice. Mar Lugo has she's been working nights and it's hard for her to make it to a show, but we love her and she texts me. So I was thinking, yeah, and the highlighter is totally my color. Okay, this came in a lot. This came in a lot of colors. I really like this champagne, but it also came in a rose color. And we like pinks. Now, ooh. I kind of see it. I bet I'll see it more in a mirror. Time Mark, this was the Sephora sale. I don't recommend purchasing at the Murfreesboro Sephora because it's a shithole and they're out of everything. But I do recommend you going to your local Sephora. It works on the eyes. Yes. So I can't see anything. It works on your eyeballs. You can take it as a highlighter. I mean, I have way too much highlighter on already because I'm starting to get shiny for the evening. But watch. This is how I apply highlighter, by the way. So that's what I would do. And it's glassy. It says glassy. Love you, Abigail. Thank you for being here, babe. And thank you for the beautiful scripture. It's called glassy champagne quartz. So it just so you know, the shithole Murfreesboro store is not the one to go to. Just so you know, it does apply. It's very balmy, but I like that. I like cream makeup. I'm not really a powder makeup girl. It feels drying on my skin. Debbie Zito, yeah, I found that out and I actually drove over to it. God, Holly Day, look at this shit. Look at this. Debbie, look. Wow. I'm scared. I'm just as scared as you are. But I really think that pink is going to be a good time, especially in Ecuador. I think it's going to be Ecuadorable. I love this is like a lavender, it's like a lilac. And I think that's really good for like blue-eyed girls, green-eyed girls. That's fun. I could really see that on Holiday, actually. I could see that. It's same with Debbie. Debbie looks so good in pink. Yeah, no fear. No fear at all. Um, oh, you have to stock up before you move. Holiday. You have to stock up before you move. That's all I'm gonna do. The only thing I care about, honestly, is like hair care, makeup, and skincare in Ecuador. I don't give a shit about anything else. I'll walk around naked. I don't care about anything else, but I have to have that stuff. Look at that. Also, I think living in a beach town, um, your skin looks good. Like you're hydrated. I just keep showing this because it's rocking my socks. Look at that. That is amazing. I feel like we're really gonna pull this off, girls. And worst case, if we don't, you can just call me Stormy Daniels. Like that's the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're just gonna see me on like an OnlyFans. Like if this makes me look like very like I should work in a naked house, I'm just gonna work in a naked house. Like I'm gonna make money either way, right? I'll either make money on my channel where I'll start wearing these and like glitter it up and you'll see me in a naked house. Yeah, salty sea air. Absolutely. What are you going to do for getting your hair done, Reese? Fly back to Tennessee? No, I found a stylist in Ecuador that I really like. There's pedicures, there's massages, there's all of that, but it's like $3. Beach town life is in my future, I hope. Same. You're exotic with or without makeup, says Timar. Yeah, one way I'm a little exotic looking like Hills Have Eyes exotic. The other way I would say I'm more like I would bone that exotic. Uh oh yeah, no one I remember that. So anyway, that's either way, like I have something to land on. So I'll either be like a Stormy Daniels type or I'm going to just continue on with my YouTube channel. So I you'll see me in the public eye either way. You just might be seeing my public vagina. Do they have coffee shops? P. Taylor, they have a yes. First of all, yes, they have tons of coffee shops, but my favorite one is a Starbucks knockoff and it's really cute. As a matter of fact, I took a photo of it because I was texting. I sent this to Ryan while I was there because Ryan loves Starbucks and they don't have Starbucks there. Let's see if I can find it. Well, maybe it won't be that easy. Why would it be? Of course it wouldn't be. Let's see. Here we go. It's called Sweeten Coffee. And I sent that to Michelle, although it's hard to see. You can't see their prices. I walked there every morning and I would get quiche. But like that was what it looked like. It was like a Starbucks. Ha ha, Gadira. Yeah, their coffee is good. But like check this out. Muffin de chocolat, $2. And they use American money. Do you know how much that would cost at a Starbucks? That would have been like $6. Okay, let's look at the next item. And by the way, this is expensive. Like all the expats were like, I don't go there. Like they're way too expensive. That wasn't expensive to me, but let's just have a look see. Ooh, that shit looks good right there. Look at that. Croissant de pistachio, $2.90. If you can't buy that, then get out of here. Where's the quiche? I would go there in the mornings and get quiche. Look at this. Look at this. No idea what this is, but Yadira can translate for us. Rolitos de memorabilio is, wait for it, 70 cents, guys. 70 cents. Well, there is a need to translate it, my sweet little translator, so just get it done. What are they saying, Yadira? Quick, tell us. Don't hold out. 70 cents, everybody. 70 cents. Okay? If you're on a budget. Walnut caramel cookies, $1. Can't you live your life? Yes, you can. Now, personally, that looks really good to me. Dark chocolate muffin, $2.50. Come get them. Yadira, I swear to God, if you don't quit messing around with these silly games, these silly Spanish games of yours, nobody speaks the Spanish in here and we need you to translate. Yadira, get your life in order. Get it in order right now. Look at that thing. Croissant de, what is it, Yadira? $1.35. Oh, it looks, there's under it. It's almond croissant, $1.35. No, we don't have memorabilia, so tell us what it means. You might have just won me over with the quiche. Please tell me more. So Tommy likes, hey, C-Dub, Tommy likes their ham and cheese quiche. I don't do ham. I'm terrified. Thank you, Yadira. Thanks for getting it right. Sorry, I yelled at you. But get it right. Tommy likes the ham and cheese quiche. I don't do that. I got the espinaca, which means spinach. I don't know if you knew. Feeling pretty fancy. Feeling pretty fluent. Okay. So I got the espinaca. What's the eyeshadow brand? Danessa, Danessa, Myricks, Myricks. Danessa Myricks Beauty. And I also, Angie Mo loves these, so I know that I'm not the only one. $1.35. Okay. But I got the spinach quiche. Oh my God, it's so good. And I love chai. So good. They make really good chais. Ooh, look at that, guys. They have red velvet muffins. I walked almost every morning on the beach to the coffee shop and ordered my stuff. And again, you can't read it, sadly, but like it looks like a Starbucks. They very much tried to like copy a Starbucks. You and Tommy should do segments where you explore new places to eat or foods you try. Lady O, I would love to do that. But either way, I'm going to do that with you guys. And don't worry, I'm definitely still doing the Zoom calls. We're going to do the Zoom calls with a beach in the background. It's going to rock your world. Okay. And then what's going to happen? I already know this. You guys are going to come live with me. Pride comes before the fall. Okay, Deborah, I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for that input. I know what's going to happen. Everyone who's going to email me and be like, hey, Reese, I'm going to come live with you. And I'm going to be like, okay, bring extra skincare and you're allowed. Yeah, Lady O, don't you worry. Are you still looking at this holiday? Debbie Zito, if you guys don't have this in your cart, I'm going to be upset. Okay. Anyway, that's that. And I didn't have a topic. And so that was a pretty good show for no topic. I really tried. To sing and dance. The almond croissants, Sophia, you can't get that in Germany for that price, girl. And don't try to tell me that you can. I like the ceiling in the coffee shop. It's a really cute coffee shop. We'll swap skincare products for rent. I will absolutely go for that. I will pay your rent if you bring me the skincare. Okay. Bring me skincare, dog bones. And then just stop at my house and just pack up a suitcase of my stuff. I need you to bring my stuff to and from. Like we need to get my stuff there. Okay, Holiday, get it done. And then I will pay your rent. Right. Hey, Blue Girl. You may not always see me, but I am watching when I can. Blue girl, you're an angel, and everybody knows it. I'll bring Trini London. Okay, Armine, absolutely. You'll bring the Trini London. I want people to stop at my house and just pack up some suitcases, and then you can come live with me. Just bring my stuff. If we could get like 8 to 10 people to pack up suitcases of my stuff and then fly there, you can live with me and I'll pay your rent. Okay, that's the deal. No takebacks. Okay. Yeah, we don't have a topic. I didn't have one, and there's nothing I can do about that. I have to move on with my life. You know what I mean? Thanks, Jill. Words are definitely hard, especially Spanish words, Yadira. You better get it right next time, girl. I'm watching you. I know about your life. Just buy a condo and we can all take turns to visit. Time Mark, I am. I'm renting. I wish I could buy it, but I can't. I'm going to rent it. Love the sun, whimsical sun rays. That's what I said, Blue Girl. I said, what a pop of whimsy. And I like how it goes to the back. That is a pop of whimsy. And I love, what are you doing up? I didn't know you were still here. Have another national meetup where we pack you. I want to have a damn meetup where everybody comes into my house and buys everything. That's what I want to do. I want to be like, take that, buy that, write me a check. High Plains grifter. Thank you, Liz. I didn't know you were still here. I've got Moroccan oil. I need a lot of Moroccan oil, light tones, dry shampoo. I'm going to need at least 10 cans to take with me in a suitcase. You think I'm kidding? That's my number one used product. I use that. And Trinity London's BFF stuff, I use those two things the most out of anything. I can't be without that. I cannot. You would, Yadira. You would. You would love Mona, Yadira, and she would love you. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of Moroccan oil, dry shampoo. Let's not mess around there. We need to make sure we don't ever run out of that. I can't live without it. I love you guys. And I'm glad that we were able to waste two. Oh my God. It's been over 2 hours. I just looked at the time. I don't even know. Is it late? It's only 7:30. That's because it got dark at noon. I have no idea what time it is. It got dark at lunchtime. I was eating lunch and it got dark. Puca Vista, I checked out the malls and like tried to scope out the local stuff. I probably won't use a lot of local hair stuff. Love you, Jamie Palmer. I love what I love. I'm a Cancer sign through and through. I'm kind of fixated on the things I love. Like those are staples that I have to have in my life. I have to have my dry shampoo. I have tried every other dry shampoo under the sun. It's Moroccan oil for me. I can't change it up. There are certain products I'm like, I got to have that. Yeah, it's so good, Kat. It's so good. What do you mean, holiday? What's that? Time flies when you have fun. Dang, Sophia. I had no idea we went over 2 hours. I'm sorry I kept you guys for this long. But if you're just here dicking around anyway, you have time to hit subscribe. And don't tell me that you don't. I don't want to hear any nonsense. I don't want to hear any excuses. Please hit subscribe and quit dicking around with your life. Okay? Hit subscribe. Put your stuff in your Sephora basket. Petals? What? Holiday, the pink? The baby pink eyeshadow is called Bunny. And it's good. We're going to try it. I'm scared, but we're going to try it. Want to get a bite to eat. Took a shower and you're still on. Sorry, Shell. I know. I didn't know what time it was, Shelly. I lost track of time. Don't say other words, Marissa Martin. Look again. What are you talking about? This one's called Sundays. Holiday, you're scaring my life. I've got Ballerina and I've got Bunny. What are you trying to say? You're frightening me. Love you, Rachel. Have a good night. And you just go take some time, girl. It's becoming a Zoom call. We could go for 16 hours, Armine. Is the Bunny eyeshadow from Sephora? Yes, Shelly Kelly. You're so cute, Sophia. I forgot that we had a TikTok. I got to talk to Debbie about that. This has been a fun stream. Time flies when you're having fun. Kat, I couldn't be more in agreement with you, girl. The only thing I'm mad about is effing shithole Sephora. I didn't have my stuff. Oh, good for you, Debbie. We started talking makeup and then we looked it up. We all looked up and 2 hours went by. Lady, oh, that's the truth. I mean, it's because it's just us gals and old Charlie talking makeup and Joel Sachs. Hey, good vibes and bless them for sticking around. All right. So that's that. And I think I'm going to move on with my life just for the evening. Everybody say a little prayer that we, oh my God, I'm covered in glitter. Everybody say a little prayer that we don't get wiped out in a tornado. That's terrifying. Look at the website for that color. Petals by that brand, Holly. Okay, I'll hang up here and go do that. Debbie says she's on there and it says bunny. Inner Sparkle Monkey, I needed the distraction. Thank you. Have a good night. Love you, Inner Sparkle Monkey. You too. Sandy Kovacs, I missed a live again. Catch up on replay. Love you, Sandy. Thank you for being on the replay crew. Thank you to the whole replay crew. Did y'all know she was getting another tattoo? I missed the memo. I talked about eventually doing it and then I did it. So yeah, I'm glad I did though. I'm telling you, like looking at both arms, it just feels a little bit more balanced. And I really like the lines. I like all of that. Again, I know it's a little circusy here with all the colors, but I love vibrant colors. That's my thing. And I had always hated that about that tattoo. I could not have been more clear with that dude. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you're like, I need my eggs super well done. When I order a steak at a restaurant, when I used to order barbecue in Kansas City, I would say, I need it so well done and dry that I need to break my crown on this. Like I need to break teeth. This cannot be moist or juicy in any way. I don't want to see any glistening of any type. I do the same thing with eggs. I'm like, there has to be like burn marks on my eggs. They have to be dried out like a bucket of sand. And I did that with this tattoo. And I was like, I need it super, super bright, dude, super bright. And we ended and it was so muted. And I was really heartbroken about it. I was like, this tattoo meant so much to me. And he didn't do what I wanted. And I've never been happy with it. And so now I just feel like it's so, like it's a celebration. It's so fun. And I will, Yadira, you're right. It's so fun. Are you talking about the meat? They mostly prepare that in the microwave. Ew. Well, that's why I don't eat a lot of meat. Well, I just really like the brightness. He redid the heart. He redid the flower. He redid the horseshoe colors. The bird is brighter. He colored in the letters, the Fred letters. I just really, really liked what he did. He's a great artist. And I love the quote. But I think my favorite thing about the whole thing, I really, really like the clouds and the sun. I think that's quite lovely. So it's not for everybody. I get it. But I think it balances out a little bit. And I think I'm done. I don't think I'm going to get any more. I do not ever want to tattoo my lower arms. So I think I'm pretty much done. I'm never going to tattoo my legs. There's really nothing else I want to get. Okay, Liz. Thank you guys. I did. I love the tattoo. I agree. You never seemed thrilled with the original one. Sandy Kovacs, I wasn't. Okay, Yadira. Thank you for the reminder. I wasn't ever happy with that tattoo. Good thing you have so many tank tops. Marissa Martin, I have a ton of these tank tops from Target. These are the $8 universal thread ones. And I've been buying these for years. I probably have 20. I probably have 20 of them. I might have 15, but I would guess 20. It's a lot. But I'm going to wear them every day in Ecuador. It's 75 degrees there every single day. I check. It really doesn't change. I'm guessing they said the locals told me in the summer it gets to about 85, 90, but pretty much all year it's 75 degrees. Thank you, Jan. That would be amazing, Armine. She said before her probably next tattoo. I know, Sophia, but I don't have another place for a tattoo. Thank you, Marissa Martin. I don't even think these were really smart because I have fatter arms. My arms are not like, look at that. Look at all that extra. That's only going to get worse. Like I have fat. Did Baby Steps leave? I forgot to talk to her. Well, there's always tomorrow, isn't there? I don't have anywhere else to get a tattoo, guys. I agree with that, Lacey Silver. It brings out Fred more. Like it brings out his, and I really like the peace sign. That was my idea, and I'm glad I did it. Thank you, Jamie Palmer. Oh, Baby Steps is here. Baby Steps really quick. Oh my God, we're 2.5 hours in. I'm so sorry. Baby Steps really quick. I got a call. My doctor called me today. He's such a cool guy, and he got my blood work back. Baby Steps, don't be upset with me. Renee B, all my nurses, Meredith Lynn, my A1C went up But here's why. I had pancreatitis and I went off of my med for almost 5 weeks. That really caused me to gain some weight, first of all. But then when we put me back on it, we went back on a lower dose. If you remember, I was on the 14 milligram. He put me on the 7. So now we just rechecked my blood and my A1C was 6.8 and it went up to 7.7. But Angie Mo, I love that. It went up, but my doctor said that too, Holiday. He goes, I'm not worried about it. He said it went up because you went off of your drug for so long. Also, though, baby steps, I'm scared. My cholesterol went up and it really went up. He said it really jumped up. Now, he said, I'm not going to worry about it right now because again, he said, you went off that drug for 5 weeks and he said, you gained weight. And he said that you were eating a lot more. And I was. Ribelsis is an appetite suppressant. So I was eating more. I was absolutely eating more being off of it. I was like stuffing my face with everything. And so he was like, I'm not worried about it. He said, let's retest you. So he put me back on the 14 milligram baby steps. He said, I am going to put you back on the 14 though. The problem is that increases my risk of pancreatitis. So I told him, I said, if I get pancreatitis, I would like to see about Jardiance. And he said, that's my plan too. Perfect. So he said, I'm going to give you a chance on the 14 and we'll recheck you in 3 months. And he said, my guess is your A1C is going to go right back down. And he said, you're going to lose weight again and your cholesterol will be okay again. I was going to say this too, baby steps. Love you, Joanne Hawley. He did say, he goes, your kidneys, your liver, and he said, your pancreas are perfect. He said, you're absolutely perfect. There's nothing going on there. Yeah, Baby Steph says there's a good reason for that. I just wanted you to know that. I wanted to report to you guys to stay accountable. But I'm not, I hate that my A1C went up to 7.7, but he was like, that makes absolute sense. Like and it did to me too. You know, going off of that drug for 5 weeks effed up my body. Like I gained weight. I felt it, like it just, things felt different. So, and I've been on it for like 4 years. It makes sense. I just cold turkey stopped it. And I think it wreaked some havoc. Okay. She says, I like his approach. Just give it time. I agree with him. Okay. I just wanted you to know that because I know that you kind of keep track of my stuff. Alana does too. Renee B, Meredith Lynn. They either keep track of it or I force them to, but either way. Thank you for your super chat. And just, I wanted you to know that. Okay. All right, everybody, hit subscribe. Thank you for listening to a whole bunch of nothing. That was a show literally about nothing, much ado about nothing. But that's okay. We made it through and congratulations to those who made it to the very end. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Thank you always for being members. Hey, DNV, I love you guys. Baby Steps, I love you too. And I just really love you guys. Thank you for listening to me. Tomorrow is what? Saturday? I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Maybe around 4 or 5 again. All right, guys. Love you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody be safe. I think the storm stopped. I think I'm good. I'm going to go check. And here comes Fred. I'll see you tomorrow.